now. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Streamlabs just decided, nope, not today.
Agrons.
Have you tried just having your computer work? That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
That's like Shiraz's road answer for everything, right?
Oh, check out this Dungeons and Dragons stream from 19 seconds ago.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Look at my super professional chat box in the middle. Love
Look
to see
at
it.
that. Look
Thank
at
you. I
that.
appreciate that, Shiraz. I am.
I love it.
Clearly.
That's amazing.
Oh, let me fix myself.
The one and only time I did D&D, I had like my logo there because I like didn't realize that was where you intended to put a chat box, and now I decided to put a chat box there, but I didn't know if there was an image without Ghost's logo, so I just put a text box with my name over it.
I'm very pale.
Did you just put your logo last time?
Yeah, but
Just put your
Look in the
logo.
box though.
well, yeah, but there wasn't a chat box on it,
Oh.
and if I lowered the opacity on my logo, then it'd be like my logo on top of a Ghost logo chat box, and it would just look horrible. So now I made it look purposely scuffed, so at least it's bearable.
It's on purpose.
Yeah. All right. I'm so excited, you guys.
Yeah, this should be
This-
fun.
It's gonna be amazing.
Are we actually live right now?
I think we are. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Well, hello everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Good start. Good start.
no,
Yeah.
no, not live.
Showing that
All right,
pro
Shiraz.
off right
No, we're
away.
not. We're not live. Apparently,
Okay,
we're not
okay.
live.
Yeah,
All right, so
I-
we can
so
say
much
whatever
for
we
that.
want.
I gotta.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're not lying, that show guy, kind of a jerk, you know.
Yeah.
Oh God, I need to host you. Oh, and I didn't put a thing.
That's okay. I just
Yes.
copy and
My
pasted
whole life
Ghost.
is a mess. this week.
Continue to dox yourselves. All right, buddy.
Continue to dox yourselves. Yeah. So I was walking down the street. That street being, 1, 2, 3, 4
Big
Elm
Street.
Road.
Give
In-
me
1, 2, 3,
one
4, 5 Fig
second.
Street.
Everyone
Yeah.
hears.
in Nunya, which is in the Canadian province of Business. Nunya Business.
That was a good one.
Thank you. Okay. Well, welcome everyone, and in the interest of getting things motoring here, I'm just gonna put everybody. I don't know, leader, if you have a separate one of these Winds of Chaos things, but I hope everyone's doing great tonight. I'm doing fantastic. Things are moving, things are shaking. Leader, I don't know if you have a
Shiraz, sorry.
copy of
It was a
the.
favorite of mine.
Haven't heard that since preschool. Leader, I don't know if you have one of those Winds of Chaos posters to put up, but I just put all the players on the Roll20 one, so that we can get through explaining
All right.
what our
Well-
community engagement initiative is and how it works. And we have so many bits redeems banked
You guys.
that I don't
Oh, dear.
even know
First
how we're
of
gonna
all-
get
oh,
through
and
them.
Also, by the way, I need to say thank you to everybody because
Welcome.
that was ridiculous last week.
That was a lot of
quite
fun.
Ridiculous.
It was your
a lot of fun.
birthday.
But
Yeah.
yes, but you guys, too generous,
Birthday.
all of you. Thank
It was
you
the birthday.
very much.
Okay, so what we have here on the Roll20 sheet is our Winds of Chaos community engagement initiative. The way it works for the uninitiated is that during gameplay, we're not going to be looking at chat. We're going to be focused on the role play and what's happening in the evolution of the story. But you can still influence the way the campaign is going and the way the gameplay is going through some bits donations to the individual streaming, which today is our very own NKAX leader.
Hello.
The way this works is that for certain bit quantities, you can cause something to happen in the game at the next story appropriate opportunity. We have a whole bunch banked because last time there were, people redeeming like major mutations during poignant story moments where our player characters were pouring their hearts out. I'm gonna stop you right there. A dire bear attacks you in the middle in the middle of your
Right,
confessional.
right.
As you're writing your letter to your long lost friends from your hometown,
Yeah,
a bear
yeah.
attacks.
Yeah. And what's that sound? It's a dragon.
It's a
So
level
if you
80
donate
fire dragon.
if you donate 300 bits, you can help our heroes find a useful but non-magical item. Something like length of rope or some parts that Mazza can use to turn into something
The
cool
magic
later.
ball gag from earlier. All kinds
That's
of things.
different. That's different.
That's different.
You can find a regular
That's a
ball
different one.
gag.
That's a different
A
redeem.
regular ball gag is
For 400 bits, you can give a monster that the player characters are fighting a minor mutation. It'll get a minor buff. For 500 bits, you can upgrade that to a major monster mutation, in which the monster will undergo some sort of visible transformation and become significantly more powerful. For 600 bits, you can compel a player character's flaw, which on the Ghost Pepper Discord, on the Cauliflumps Discord, on the Flood-Eye Discord, I don't know about on the Leader Discord,
I
you
don't
can
know.
find the character flaw document easily accessible. You can open that up. All you have to do is say 600 bits, I want to compel Foodle's addiction to smoke leaf, for example. Or the new flaw that Foodle got last time, which was an uncontrollable, murderous hatred towards goblins. For 700 bits, you can grant inspiration to one player character, so they get to bank a reroll to use during a clutch moment. For Shiraz. Shiraz.
Incredible.
Oh my god. You're the
Well,
best, Ross.
Okay.
You're the
love to
best.
see it.
Okay. um and finally for 800 bits, the most popular one is to make Flutter roll on the Wild Magic Surge table, which we have a couple of those banked, just to warn you. But Flutter's character Kiona is a wild magic sorcerer, and she occasionally has little magical hiccups that can cause strange things to happen.
That's
There's
a great thing
50
to describe
possible
them as,
things.
hiccups.
Yeah. 50 possible magical effects that can happen. Some of them harmful, some of them helpful, some of them intended to be helpful but turn out to be harmful to the rest of the party. Depending on the situation in which they happen. Some of them are just funny, like spraying a bunch of grease everywhere or turning blue.
Featherbeard.
And then there's Featherbeard, yeah.
That's right.
Uh,
Or the sheep that she does resist every time so
Or
far. So
polymorph that's happened like 7
Three
times.
statistically,
times
it's
Yeah.
the
gotta
sheep?
happen sometime.
Crazy.
yeah, and she keeps on resisting it.
It's bonkers.
And then finally, anybody who is a subscriber to the DM, that's me, Ghost Pepper, has the opportunity, should you choose to use it, to create a custom NPC or magic item of appropriate level. Examples of which include the magic ball gag. Thank you, Snovsberries, for the everlasting gobstopper. We've
Yay.
also had the Kraken Sears eye patch. There's a couple of other items that the player characters have recovered but not yet used. There's the Ring of Shograz that gives Flutter extra sorcery points. And a couple
Which I
of
can actually use
NPCs.
like two good put to good use now.
Yeah.
Those sorcery
Yeah.
points. That
Yep.
might help me not kill my party sometimes.
That'd be
Magic
nice.
Mixel.
Magic Mixel, that's right. That's what
Magic
she's calling
Mixel.
all of it now. Everything that she does is Magic Mixel.
Okay.
That's the
Magic
one word
mix-up.
she says. Every time she casts a spell, no matter what the spell is, it's Magic Mixel. And
Magic Mixel.
she directs it correctly. It's good.
The search table is magic mix-up.
Yep. All right, friends. Well, I hope you're all doing well today.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everybody in chat is doing well today. Shall we get started with a role-playing warm-up question?
Let's hope I can answer it
Sure.
this week.
Okay.
Right? That was tough last
Should
week.
be fairly. Last week was a little bit tough. I'm gonna go for something a little bit easier this time. Before I do, I want to say, of course, a special thank you. I always forget to do this until the mid session break, but a really special thank you to Vinyl Stencil for helping organize the Winds of Chaos point redeems. So when you redeem your bits in chat and you announce what you want it to be used for, I'm not keeping track of that. And the chat sometimes scrolls too quickly for me to keep track of, even if I wanted to. And so Vinyl shoots me a message in Discord, and it keeps organized that way. I already see Shiraz 300 bits ball gag for Mazra sitting right there.
Distract them by
So-
throwing the non-magical one. They're like, oh, okay. And then they see the other one, like, oh, it's going to be another one. And then just, poof, it's on their face.
I'm sure they'll find a really good use for it.
That was
Okay.
a good sound effects along with it.
I like it. All right. So tonight's role play warm up question, a very simple one. What is your character's guilty pleasure? And now I want to point out, Cauliflumps. I want to point out, Cauliflumps. The wording of the question is guilty pleasure.
That's true. He doesn't feel guilty about
Smoke
that.
leaf.
So, yeah,
Smoke
yeah.
leaf doesn't count if he doesn't feel guilty about it.
It's a good point, actually.
Yep.
Guilty pleasure.
So feel free to just answer as it comes to you.
Kiona loves it when people are called nasty things.
That's true.
That's
She
that's
feels
your character
entirely
flaws, isn't
guilty
it?
about it, but she enjoys it so much. She thinks that like calling people names is the best, and like other kinds of insults are just the best thing in the world. So she loves it. She has to stifle a big fat grin every time somebody says something untoward.
She kind of has like a South Park level of humor.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The party may have already kind of noticed, but Goldrill does enjoy doing some gruesome things to enemies when bad.
Mm.
So
Right.
Goldrill is
One.
not quite completely at peace.
I'm fine.
a
I'm
month.
fine until something really ticks the dragon off, and then it's gloves on the
Right.
floor. Anything goes.
Right. So there's a little bit of rage lurking underneath the calm monkish exterior.
Could actually probably put some story elements
Man,
into that.
there's something, I don't know, there's something that came to me that Foodle used to do, but he can't do anymore. So it was a guilty pleasure, but I don't know. I'm trying to
Hunting.
think of what his guilty pleasure would be now. Hmm.
Monster?
I think that Majra's guilty pleasure. She may be a little bit of like an orc fangirl. And if anybody knew that, she'd probably like just punch their face in. So
Now, what do you mean by an orc fangirl?
so like I'm not gonna say almost like a bit of like a weeaboo, but in D&D,
Okay. Right.
because I mean she is half orc, but she was not raised
Right.
in that culture.
Right.
So
So she loves like orc anime or something.
Yeah. Just I probably like
Show.
learning about the culture and like
Orc,
that kind of
orc
stuff
Yeah.
as much as she can, despite the fact that like she doesn't have direct access to it right now. So
But she has a giant heart on for it. Like that's what. Yeah, you see orc things and like have rose tinted goggles everywhere.
So
I think
Shiraz is an orcaboo, like an orc
yeah, an orcaboo.
fangirl or an orca fangirl.
oh.
Shamu Sen, notice me.
All right, moving on.
Foodle's guilty pleasure currently is gambling.
Okay, yeah. He got
Yeah.
a little salty the last time.
I know, and nobody was supposed to find
Foodle
out, but he
always
was
gets a little-
high, and anyway, things went
Over.
horribly wrong.
Overcome by reefer madness.
Yeah.
The famous rage that overcomes a person.
Right. Oh gosh, speaking of rage. Oh man. I think where we left off, Foodle was not very happy.
Okay. I thought this was about to turn into a confessional.
I know that was the moment
Oh,
where it was
no,
like, oh my
sorry.
god,
I was
what is
just-
Bum's
I
gonna
was just
talk
thinking
about
about-
right now?
Speaking of rage,
Oh.
I shot a man the other day.
Yeah, yeah. Vinyl helped me with the bodies. It's fine. You guys don't need to
Yeah.
worry. But
Oh well, if she helped you, you're good. You will.
yeah.
you're
She knew all.
off
Like,
scot-free.
dissolve it in lime or something. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would know.
Makers and crafting.
Makers and crafting stream.
That's
Oh my
right.
God.
That's right. You
You
guys
may
didn't
seem
even
like
see
a
it
nice
happen,
Canadian
and
on
it
the
happened
surface,
right in front
but
of
dig
your
deeper
eye.
and
I don't want to give anything away, but I kind of like that whole idea of like Vinyl would know how to get rid of a body if you snapped and killed somebody is like kind of how I imagine the dynamic would be.
I
For real,
think
though.
I think she would
I'm not joking.
90% know it, and then the other 10% she'd sort of Google on like she'd like
She would
double
know how to
check.
figure it out though. Like that's
Oh yeah.
she would have it down.
Oh my goodness.
She would just
Yeah,
go
that's
and
where
watch
that's where
that
the
show, How to
final
Get Away with
detective
Murder.
emote comes in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watched a lot
That's
of CSI
right.
back in the day.
Right?
So
Oh, wasn't
true.
that the best show? I'm with you.
Yeah. Maybe you know how to hack too from watching CSI.
Mm.
You ever
Enhance.
see those trap shows? They're like two people on the keyboard. The hacker's too fast. I can't keep up. I need another person on this keyboard.
Hear the clickety clack of its keyboard and just, I'm in.
Oh my gosh.
Rerouting the RAM past the GUI.
Zoom, enhance. It's exactly what
Enhance is my
every
favorite.
crime show is like. Zoom,
Yeah.
enhance that. It goes from like 144p to like
Enhanced names.
8K.
That was
Like,
like
yeah,
one of my
doesn't-
favorite.
Doesn't it not even close to work that way?
No,
No.
you can't.
You're like,
You have to
enhance
You
it,
can't enhance a picture.
Yeah. The the data and the pixels are either there or
But
they're not. You
at
can't
this
like
point-
create
Yeah,
information.
At this point, though, it's such a deeply entrenched like sci-fi trope that you
Yeah.
have to include it with all of those kinds of shows. You just have to at some point
Yeah.
do the enhancing.
Zoom,
Like-
enhance.
It's almost like the Wilhelm scream now,
Ugh, yeah.
which is that one death scream that's in almost every movie. Is you
Yeah.
need to have an enhance in there. Okay. So, are we ready to get rolling?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. So upon returning, so you the last time, you left Blycross behind. You kind of said your goodbyes to the ruins of your town. You said your farewells to the life that you kind of had already left behind, but whatever hope that you may have had of there being something to come back to. either extinguished when you came back just to see what kind of a ruin your home was in, or in the case of at least one of you, maybe there was something to come back to, but you didn't want to come back to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little creepy. It's a little creepy.
I feel like that's true for Foodle though too. Like
That's
Foodle
true as well. That's
really
true
had
as
a
well.
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. Not in the same way, but yeah, for sure. Oh
Right.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Mhm. And so you rode back south with your little wagon and your horses, back along the highway, and rejoined the migrant caravan that is your sort of mobile community. At the appointed location, they had already arrived and sort of set themselves up when you returned to them, uh, finding that, as you know, destitute and poor and downtrodden, but a little bit hopeful as these people are. This is what your home is now. Is your small community of survivors and the open road ahead of you. Upon returning to this community, you're kind of ushered into the big tent, where by some of the town's guard in their sort of raggedy, stitched together uniforms, the last vestige of symbolic authority that exists from your home. They bring you to the big wagon in the middle, where um, Mayor Roundtree does her business, the sort of impromptu city hall that's been set up, and you find Andralor and a couple of his mages from the Unbroken Circle
I'd like
there,
to make a note
waiting for you.
that
Yes,
the last time these people saw Kiona, she was still a halfling and she was not.
yeah.
So
Thank
she's
you.
now a dwarf
Thank
and
you for the
blue.
reminder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
News for everybody. They just walked back in on.
And
The
so
hell is
you
this
come
chick?
so you come back to and you're brought into the tent, and the guards kind of look a little bit confused because they kind of don't say anything, but you're with the other three, and they kind of, there's a couple sidelong glances sent your way. You're from a human to a halfling to a dwarf, you are unrecognizable, not to mention you're blue now, and you weren't blue when you left.
Right, and she's over it,
but
like way over it too.
Well,
yeah,
and
so you're getting a few
Care.
sidelong glances of like, like who the heck is this, but they don't say anything. Sorry,
did we
Colin.
ever? No. I was just gonna ask Flutter. Did we ever get Kiona any decent clothes, or is she still wearing sort of just?
No, I think she's still wearing the torn stuff because I don't
Oh
think there's
no.
probably anything
Didn't
there
Mazra
that
give
was
her
like a
clothes?
decent.
Well, you
Mazra,
did,
oh
but
wait,
did they
Mazra
fit?
did,
Weren't
but
they
did they
Probably
too
not.
big, or?
So
They're
at any rate,
probably
she looks
misproportioned. Yeah, they're
right.
probably
She
misproportioned.
looks
She's
odd
wearing the
at
tunic
best.
as like a robe
Yeah.
with like
Yeah,
a
like a really tight robe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because she's a bit stocky now, you know. Well,
Mm.
but Mazra is going to be pretty buff, isn't she?
Yeah.
How buff is Mazra?
Tough
Not very
and
buff,
buff.
to be honest.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So it's a pretty tight robe then.
Mazra's a scrawny little orc halfling.
She pretty
Half
much
orc.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh
I
gosh.
like how it said, yeah, Mazra's probably pretty buff as a half orc and with one leg. And then how buff is Mazra? No.
I was like, let me
Not at
double
all.
check her constitution really quick.
Just Wolf's agreeable nature coming in. Yeah. No. And so you're brought into this tent. You're brought before Mayor Katarina Roundtree, and Undralor is there as well to greet you. And this weathered old woman. She looks at you in turn, and she says, "Oh, well, welcome back. It looks like you're. Oh, who's your friend?"
Oh,
Yeah.
this is Kiona. She looks different often.
It's it's still me. I just had an incident again. And she just kind of like, yeah, she's kind of feeling her beard.
Yeah,
Just
so
like,
the mayor is kind of seems to be trying to work this out,
she
and
kind of looks
she
over at Underlore, like, yeah,
yeah, and
you-
so does Roundtree. Kind of looks
right.
at Underlore, who is of course more the expert on these things, as can be said. And Underlore, the sort of very clean cut and well put together and very rigidly put together dwarf, kind of looks at both and gives a little, as if to,
And Kiona just kind of accepts her fate and like, yeah, okay, cool. Like just
Mayor
she's
Roundtree. So go ahead.
she's gonna look at the mayor again after that little nodding exchange and say, hey, you happen to have any of those pickles around? You
She
don't
says
remember
that
the
to who?
pickles?
I'm
To the
sorry.
mayor. The mayor has a jar of pickles handy in
Yes.
her.
Yes.
So she's asking for a pickle.
Yes. Well, I suppose that's the least we can do for a welcome back on a successful excursion. And she opens up a big drawer at the bottom of her desk and pulls out a large jar of pickles. And the mayor don't need no man. She just sort of pulls it on and just and hands the jar over to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
Kiona
just
will
one,
take a
just
pickle
one,
out and
dear.
just yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
She'll hand the thing back and then just bite it off like you know how all the like the big buff crass people do in shows when they get like a fruit that they just like take a honking chunk off of and
Oh,
start
okay,
chewing,
okay.
but
I was gonna say I've never seen any big buff action hero take a bite out of a pickle.
not action
Uh,
hero necessarily, but like you know, like there's
right.
always a scene where the
Yeah.
tough guy is like eating fruit or something.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And just
Yeah.
like
Yes,
yeah,
yeah, she's gonna do that with the pickle.
gotcha. Just rip the chunk out of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, well,
Look,
screws it back on.
okay, look, that's great. I'm glad Kiona, you got your pickle, but I, uh, I really want to get out of here. Mazra, what did we find down there? Let's just, Underlord, do you have any questions for us? What's going on?
Yes, well, what did you bring back? What did you find?
I don't know. I was unconscious. Mazra?
Oh, oh my.
Look, I want to get, I want to go home. Can we, Mazra? What did we find?
So Mazra has she spent part of the ride back making a little list, just inventorying everything. And she'll kind of pull out her little notebook and she will say, we didn't actually find much that was magical. And then she'll pull out of her bag those 2 scrolls, because as far as she knows, they're magic, because they're scrolls. And offer them out. And let's see. Mostly what we found was old clothing, some health potions, things like that. And then she will also she'll pull out the rubbings that they made of the stoneworks and stuff, and then she will offer those out as well.
And Kiona will pull out of her bag. She had a little sack of the dust that was a ghost, and that was where a ghost was, and so she'll give that to Underlore as well.
What's so when he's handed these things, he takes the 2 scrolls carefully and turns and hands them over to somebody, and then the rubbing, he seems much more like the 2 scrolls. He's like, Okay, yes, we'll take a look at these and pass them on. Oh, well, this is, and he opens it right there. He's not so interested in the two scrolls right now, but the rubbing, he opens that. Oh, this is curious. I've, have you ever seen writing like this before? He asks his colleagues, and both the mages behind him frown and look at it, and they turn their heads this way and that way, and they can't seem to make heads or tails of it. And well, we'll be studying this in some detail, and passes that off. And then when you hand him a bag, he takes it and pulls open the drawstring and looks inside. And what is this?
That there's the remains of the ghost-like illusions that we fought when we were down there. That's all that was left. I'm not sure if it's worth anything or not, but I thought I'd bring it just in case.
If there were ghosts or illusions, why is there dust?
I don't know. That was all that was left. It was on the floor when they disappeared, when they died, or if they died. I don't know if it was death. I just know it was there, so I thought I'd bring it. I don't know.
And what makes you think they're illusions?
Because we each saw something different, yet it was the same entity.
Most curious.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also have this bag of cold water, if you would like it.
Well, why would I like that?
I should be more specific. Hold on.
This guy's like, why did we hire these people again? It's like, what?
Here's some dust. Here's some cold water.
All right.
He did say, no matter how innocuous it seems,
Right.
All right.
And every
Undrulor,
single one of us takes
Undrugor.
everything very literally. So
Undrulor, from the look on his face, appears to be regretting those instructions.
No. I know what you're thinking, but this isn't just cold water. It was. I don't know how to describe it. It almost hurt to touch. That's how cold it was, and it also was used to open a secret door to what I can only describe as a dungeon of sorts under that hill.
Most interesting. Well, thank you, Goldrill. We will take this and study it in further detail. Was that all then?
Kiona will like clear her throat. Is there a? I mean, I recognize that you probably can't do anything about the dwarf thing, but can you do anything about the blue thing? She kind of like looks at him like,
Yes. It is a spell.
I know how to get rid of.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it was.
I think. Yeah. I'm looking up the spell. I think there is something we might be able to do about that. Why don't you come to see us in the morning? Your companion did say, and I imagine that the rest of you may feel the same way, that he would like to get some rest. If you think you could spend the night in this,
I mean, I
state,
come this far. I'm sure I'll be fine for another night.
very well. Come to see us in the morning, and we will have a spell prepared to remove that.
Casey.
I sure appreciate
He
it.
kind of clearly doesn't know how exactly he wants to describe it.
Kiona is grateful. She'll give him a nod. I appreciate it, and she kind of look at everybody else and be like, "Well, is that everything? Probably for now, anyway."
Magical.
To remind you,
Oh yeah, I have a thing. Don't I have a thing in my bag?
which thing
Hold
is
on.
that?
There was another thing. There was some kind of crystal thing or something.
That is, as far as you can tell, non-magical.
Okay.
However,
I was gonna
there
say.
was a pair of boots that appeared to be
Oh yeah,
magical.
that's right. That's right.
You haven't taken the time to study them yet, so you
Hello,
don't know
Autumn and
what they do.
friends. Thank you for the raid.
Oh,
Look
welcome,
at this.
Raiders.
Welcome.
Yeah. So
So yeah, she'll
those boots may be magical, but you haven't spent the time with it to
realize
figure
that
out what they do.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll probably overlook that for
Well, I think Mazra's the one who picked them up. So
yeah.
Right.
I think she got some kind of weird feeling, but I mean,
Hermes boots.
she's just like, we found a bunch of clothes, so those are clothes.
Yeah, out
Just
of
like
character.
shove a pile of clothes at him. Like, here, this stuff was
Take
there.
these. Just a
Out
ball
of character, I apologize. Foodle is at his wit's end. He's done. He's
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
pissed.
no.
And
We
so
get
I
it.
don't want I'm not I want to make it clear to you guys that I'm not rushing you guys.
Oh
Foodle's
no.
just you know what anyway,
Oh,
so I just
No,
No, it
not
makes
at
total
all.
sense.
Not at all.
okay, all right,
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
Because like Foodle would totally tell this guy all about all the shit they found down there and the whatever and blah blah blah, but he doesn't care. He's done. He wants to go home. Wants to go see his mom.
Yeah, Kiona doesn't blame him. She's definitely pretty fed up with
So
everything so far too.
speaking of, Foodle is going to say if there's nothing more, and do sort of like just a head bow and start turning and leaving.
And Kiona will make to follow him if nobody says anything else.
Yes, well, enjoy your evening. And Mayor Roundtree echoes that, and have a well-deserved rest.
When they get outside the tent, Kiona's gonna look at Mazra and
Oh,
she's
did
gonna
Monster come?
Oh, I assume we all left.
Yeah.
Did we? Okay, good. I
guess.
didn't know.
She's gonna look at Mazra and be like, do you think we ought to tell the mayor?
No, I do not.
Maybe I'll talk to Underlord about it tomorrow.
If you must, however, given that in the other room we saw, what is her name? That elf girl. I would highly
Tinkerbell.
suggest that we, if we are asked, that we say in the other room we saw the orc. I
Mm,
believe that is the easiest lie.
But
yeah.
it's not everything.
Yeah, and you didn't mention that. Well, never mind. Mazra, did we find any money or anything? I could really use some money to.
We did. We found 1,100 silver pieces, 80
Yeah.
gold, 25 gold piece, like.
Oh, okay.
How many?
Yeah, I have a list of everything. So
Yeah,
Mazra,
I listed everything.
yeah, Mazra's feeling surprisingly generous today. So she will she, like I said, she has her little inventory like in her notebook or whatever, and she'll say, if you want to keep this, you can keep this as a if you want this as a receipt or whatever to check the work later, you can keep this. If you want to go over it now, we can go over it now, or we can do it tomorrow.
If I can get just my cut, I there's stuff I need to do.
Okay, so she'll do math that I can't do in my brain,
Oh,
and
okay.
just dividing by 4 basically. So
Just
she'll
splitting
take
it all up, yeah.
yeah, she'll take a couple minutes, go over to a table or something that's around, and just
What was the total? The
so
There is a fine cloth hunter's cap in there, Foodle. You might want to lay claim to if you if you like it.
oh,
Worth 25 gold
Yeah,
pieces. You
gotta
could sell
do.
it for 25 gold pieces, but it's there. I thought I'd mention it.
okay,
Or
so
you could have a fancy new hat.
Right? A leather
Imagine Poodle
belt
with one of
with
those
a
like
silver buckle.
old Errol
Level
Flynn
18 leather
style, like
belt.
Robin Hood
Kiona
hats
likes the
with the
belt.
I would
feathers.
love that.
oh
Oh my
my
god.
gosh, that's what I've always envisioned Foodle wearing is like the Robin Hood hat.
Do it. It should be
Oh,
oversized though, so it's like a little bit too big for his head.
I think so, yeah. It's gonna be
That
just
would be
a
beautiful.
little too big, you know? Okay, so how much gold was it? That was there wasn't platinum. We're not doing platinum, is
It
that
was
right?
1100
silver
No.
silver,
pieces.
80 gold.
So
Oh,
Foodle,
1100 silver,
everyone
okay.
will get 20 gold
Okay.
if we divide it by 4, and then I don't know if this is correct, but if it's 1100 silver pieces, everyone gets 2750 silver.
No,
Mm-mm.
200.
200.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, if we had
What?
2,000 silver.
you're
Oh
one
gosh.
too many zeros. It's 1100.
Oh, was it 1000 silver pieces? I wrote down 11,000. That's probably why.
No,
Oh yeah,
1000.
1100, yeah.
I was trying to inflate. I apologize.
Okay, so how much gold or silver
Yeah,
do I get?
you can't get one past this guy.
275, is that what it was?
275 is what I divided into 4.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
so
right.
250 silver and 20 gold.
So 250 silver is what I get?
And 20 gold.
Each.
Plus
Okay.
the
Yeah,
4
each of
items
us
that
get
are
that.
each worth 25 gold a piece. So
Well, that
whether or
gold's gonna
not
be
we
gone
decide to take those
almost
items or sell them.
immediately.
What was
Shoot,
that,
I'm
leader?
so sorry. So I get how much gold? 20?
20. So
98.
each of us
Okay.
get 20 gold and each of us get 250 silver.
Okay. Okay, I think I did that right. Yeah. Okay, I can math. I'm not that tired. All right.
So she gave the scrolls to Underlore.
And sorry, were there any things for Foodle? You guys were talking about a hat, is
That
that
was
right?
the hat. So there was an iron. So the items of clothing that could be sold was an iron brooch, a leather belt with a silver buckle, fine cloth hunter's cap, silk gloves, and then those boots. So basically, all the clothes were the same price if you sold them.
25 gold pieces a piece. So you could either sell it or keep it. That's your prerogative. That's
Oh, okay.
if I would
Can I
assume that we'd each kind of pick one and decide what we wanted to do with it.
Can I have the hunter's hat?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. I apologize. I just need to go home. Thank you, you guys. Goodbye. And
We'll see you
Foodle's gonna
tomorrow.
Yeah. And Foodle's gonna head home.
Goodbye forever.
Except that Foodle's not actually going home, but that's where he's gonna start heading. So what am I
Fiona
adding?
will
Is it
pick up that belt with the silver buckle. She likes belt buckles because she's a cowgirl. That's how it works.
So I guess Goldrill gets a really lovely pair of silk gloves.
Wonderful.
Hey. It's
I mean,
perfect
they're
for a
worth.
monk.
Oh, or actually, no. He
When
can
he's
either get.
punching people.
And he can have the iron brooch.
Actually, Goldrill, you can either choose this. There's silk gloves or an iron brooch. Either one. They're both the same price.
Brooch.
Okay. So she'll give him the
Well,
brooch,
I
and
don't
then
even know what that is. I'm asking.
It's
it's
like
a
like a pin. It's like the pin that Victorian
fancy
women wore on like right on the thing around the throat. It used to be like an ivory bust of a face or something on it. That's a brooch, that kind of a pin. Or you can wear it as like a buckle to a cape or something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
if they're not,
Usually
I mean, I probably
pins
just
like a cape or a cloak or something.
Mm-hmm.
unless they're like crazy useful.
Yeah, I just thought that some of these items would be for specific characters, something that had some kind of pull to them. So
What?
Yes.
I will take the gloves, and they'll be my woodworking gloves, because why not?
Ooh, I like it.
Okay, so she'll give him the gloves and then she'll take the brooch. And she also, she probably stuffed those boots down into the bottom of her bag. And she also had, I don't remember when exactly it was picked up, but at some point she had squirreled away a potion. So that was not a healing potion. It
did
was
we
not a
give
healing.
him the
Oh yeah, it was the
dagger and the
purple
sword?
potion thing, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah, I have the
stuffed that somewhere.
dagger.
I was
That's
gonna
too
say we
funny.
didn't give
I was
him the
gonna
weapon.
say,
I
I was
have,
gonna
I
say
have both the
something,
rusty
but
dagger and rusty sword.
see, what I
You
didn't want to
have.
say.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
go
Collie.
ahead.
You have them on your character sheet right now.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Collie.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel bad because I was gonna say something, but I didn't know what. Like, you didn't tell Underlord that you could read all that stuff, and so I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know. Anyway, I
I
didn't know
think
if you wanted him
that
to know.
Kiona will probably say something to him when she meets him the next day. She also is like just overloaded and doesn't really want to talk about it again right now. Like so
Yeah. We're both in.
when he makes that appointment with her to turn her not blue, she's assuming that all of that can be said in a more private setting. So
Well, yeah. After you have a good night's rest, you'll be
she's
feeling
got a
better too.
lot to unload with him.
Yeah.
So
All right.
as you're starting to, well, no, we'll save that. Never mind. You can do your thing. Never mind me.
Okay. Foodle is going to now. I don't know if I need to do any rolls or anything for this, but Foodle's gonna see if there's three things that Foodle wants to do right now. Foodle wants to he wants to go home and give his mom a big hug and kind of tell her what he found and that there were footprints and that it's possible that maybe dad or aunt or uncle are out there.
I will allow you to hug and speak without a roll.
Okay. Thank you. That wasn't the roll stuff. But the next thing that Foodle wants to do is Foodle. So he is really, really pissed at, like, even more than he ever has been before, at goblins. After revisiting his destroyed home. And so he's going to spend the rest of the evening tinkering on his gun. And this is on gimbal shot. And this is in preparation, Ghost. Now, obviously, this is not going to happen now, but this is in preparation for the changes at level 4. So Foodle is focused and is trying to become more combat effective to kill these horrible monsters that have destroyed his
Okay.
home.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tinker about with your
Okay.
gun without any having to roll in for anything right now.
Okay, and then the third thing that he wants to do after he tinkers and gets frustrated because he's tired and angry is he is going to see if he can find, oh no, hold on, I wrote down the name. He is going to see if he can find, and maybe this is where I don't know if the rolls are coming in, but Boggy Grundwild.
Grundlewild.
Yeah,
Boggy, yeah, go look up Boggy, man.
Pipe master.
he needs some relaxation, so he's taking a hit or 2 or 3.
Mm.
So he's gonna see if he can find Boggy.
Well, as he goes out and searches for Boggy, you're gonna come up empty.
Okay.
So you don't, and eventually you kind of give up and tell me about the place where Foodle would kind of settle down to have a bit of a puff on his lonesome.
If he can't find Boggy,
Mhm.
he's actually not going to get high. He's so
Oh,
pissed. He's actually going to the Drunken Dragon. He's gonna get drunk and he's going to do some
oh,
gambling. That was
Okay.
my backup.
Oh,
if that didn't
Okay.
pan out.
Okay.
Because Foodle is not in a good mood. He just
Okay.
needs it all to go away.
All right. Let's cut to some other people and find out what they're going to do in the interim, and if anybody else happens to be at the gravitate that way as well, we can uh get both of that together. So is anybody else doing anything of interest here?
I guess so. Goldrill will open his shop again.
Okay. Now I can't.
2.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Now
you
what
have
do you roll for that?
I think I don't I think I roll anything. I think I just have to I don't know if you still have that table, but there's a table with like maintenance costs, and I just gotta pay.
Yeah,
I
I
think
do
it's
not have that table up in front of me.
I think it's like 2 gold. Shop.
Downtime activities, recurring expenses for a shop, 2 gold. Yeah.
All right. From some.
Yep. Okay. Right. Yeah. So you run your shop. You have a few customers come in, commission a couple. It's a woodworking shop, right?
No, it is a potion shop.
Potion shop. Yeah. So they commission a couple potions. Uh, do you have the unidentified magic potion, or is that Mazur that has it?
Mazra has it.
The purple one. That's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I do have plans with that may involve gold drill with that
Okay.
anyway. So
Unless you're talking about that jug of mystery juice I've had from the beginning and still don't know what it is.
Well,
I like that
yeah.
half of us are like withholding the like pertinent information about the dungeon on Delora until a later time. We all
Yeah.
just like, nope, not gonna tell him now.
That's
So
amazing.
are you then, leader, gonna brew any potions for personal use, or are you going to are you gonna study your jug of juice?
You know what? Yeah, let's study this jug of juice. Let's see if you've got anything prepared for this.
Okay. Yeah, roll an intelligence roll.
I'm gonna fail.
With your proficiency, because you're gonna be using your like potion brewing
With
tools and expertise as well.
Efficiency. How does that?
Yeah.
I think you would just add a +2.
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's your proficiency bonus up in the top left.
Okay. Intelligence, you said?
Yep.
Not bad. 14 total.
Okay. Yeah, 14 total. Yeah, so this is some kind of alcoholic beverage.
Oh.
It is uh one might say floral, botanical in nature. There is some sort of a fresh and fragrant combination of almost herbal herbaceousness to it. You haven't really, the only time you've ever handled this or seen it around around your monastery or otherwise since then, since you had to leave the monastery life, has been those sessions where you've kind of practiced serving it to your former master while blindfolded. That's the only time you've ever seen or handled this. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well,
All right.
previous experiences, if it's alcoholic, I'm touch it.
All right. Mazza or Kiona?
I think Kiona will probably try to go to the pub, but she'll probably sit there for all of 10 minutes and then just ask the bartender if she can take her beer back because everybody's looking at her.
Okay. I mean, Foodle is there as well.
Yeah, she's not probably. I feel like she feels that Foodle needs his alone time. She also needs a little bit of alone time, so she would have been sitting at
Okay.
the bar with nobody.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
seeing
Yep.
the eyes that kept like staring, like turning around and looking at her and stuff, she just got real tired of that real fast, and so she took her drink to go.
All right.
She
Yeah.
just went back to her camp tent place, wherever that is.
Right. Yeah. And so Yolmec Jade Coat, the dwarven bartender, she'll try to chat you up a little bit.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, she might she tells a little bit about oh my, Kiona, you've never looked better. Uh now that you are a dwarf like her. But yeah, you're obviously not having it, and yeah, don't worry about it, darling. Sure, you can take this on home.
Well, thank you. I'll bring you back the tankard in the morning.
Yeah, sure thing, no rush. You have yourself a good night and take care of yourself.
Thank you.
All right, Mazra.
Dwarves are known to be Texan.
This is how we do
Those
it.
accents.
That's right.
Oh
It
my
just
gosh.
happens to
Anyway.
work with Fiona, that's all.
I mean, we've established that orcs in this setting are Scottish, so dwarves can't be Scottish too.
Right, right.
And if
This
dwarves can't be Scottish, they gotta be something else.
who
Right?
would who would not like love a Texan dwarf? I gotta say,
I think it
feel
fits
like that's something
perfectly,
I
really.
would really adore.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay, so she's actually going to get she wants to get that potion appraised, but first thing is she's gonna go to that other potion shop.
Sugaress
She
has
knows there's one
redeemed.
in town,
What's
Right,
or
Sorry.
in
the other guy.
the other guy. And she knows that there's a potion shop in town that's not Goldrill's.
Oh,
Yes.
hold on.
Yes.
Don't worry,
Yes,
I have
okay.
a plan.
It's where did I put it? Where did I put it?
I know. I
Nestor
have this note
Kane has
somewhere, too.
started beef.
That's right. That's the one.
I will not forget Nestor Kane, for he has started beef. Also, by the way, I'd like to point out that Sugar has redeemed 300 for a useful item. That useful item being whiskey to Ghost. Now, I don't exactly approve, but chat will eat me alive if I say anything else. So.
After I finish my coffee, I'll go get it.
Yes.
I don't know.
Good call.
I don't know that this is a good idea.
Oh, it is a school night, isn't it?
But I'm gonna
Shoot.
do
No,
it.
no, it's the best idea because he will become a little bit more easily
Drunk
influenced.
DMing.
That's
Drunk DMing.
Vinyl, don't give him ideas.
Drunk TMing and hungover teaching.
Whiskey in
Yeah.
the coffee. Oh my
No,
God.
but whiskey in the coffee is the best idea though,
That's
because you
pretty
get
good.
more liquid with the
That's pretty
whiskey
good.
and it's delicious and
I've
warm
heard people
and
love it.
fuzzy and you fall
Except-
asleep easier.
Except in the TV show Mr. Robot, last tangent before we go, I know too much about whiskey now. And in the TV show Mr. Robot, you have this lawyer who works out of a trailer who's pouring Buffalo Trace bourbon into her coffee. And the whole thing is like she's like gone broke. And I'm like, you're not drinking bloody $50 bottle of Buffalo Trace and like dumping it into your coffee if you're almost broke. Moving on. Moving on. So, Wolf, you're going to Nestor Kane's
Yes, and
apothecary.
partly
I
she's
can't
going.
talk now, and I haven't had any whiskey. Apothecary, no apothecary. So what did Nestor Kane? Sorry, leader, I have a bad memory. What did Nestor Kane say to you? He's wrote you a letter, didn't he?
I don't remember. I don't think you told me what he said. My only note is that he has started beef. I think you literally just said like he was, because I'm competition. He was kind of like, I don't even know.
Oh yeah, he was
didn't-
kind of like, oh yes. Well,
Didn't like actually say anything to me. He just
right.
kind of got that like I'm on to you, buddy, kind of vibe.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to Nestor Kane's apothecary. Uh, his wagon is all set up as a potion shop, and he's uh kind of he has some bottles on display on the shelf out in the outdoor storefront. But to actually find him, you need to go in. Your senses are assaulted by the heady air inside where he's brewing, both from what he's brewing in the back and his like cauldrons and pot stills and things like that, uh but also from the rows and rows of ingredients in glass jars that are just inside his shop. And you'll find him with his back turned to you, uh, behind the counter in his little back workshop area where he's mixing some sort of liquid that's being decanted into a little glass little glass cylinder. Uh, and as you step inside, the floorboards creak in the darkened room, uh, and you hear his voice without him turning around. Yes, what is it?
Cade, I have work for you.
Kane, is it? Are we on that friendly a basis, Mazra Greenleaf?
She
And
just
he sort
kind
of
of
turns around and he has like one of those like big like magnifying spectacles uh winked into his eye there. Yes, what is it? What do you want?
and she's just like, look, we're both business people here. You know it's Greenstone.
Yes, well, whatever.
She'll pull out the bottle, the dark purple potion, and kind of, she won't put it down to the point where
Hmm.
he'd be able to take it from her, but she would kind of hold it up so he can see it, and she'd be like, can you appraise this for me?
May I? Yes. Interesting. He sort of shakes it and he brings over a candle and holds it behind and looks through it and oh my. Well, this is most interesting. This is no ordinary herbal concoction that you have here, Greenstone. Uh yes. Could you uh leave it with me for the evening? I will of course write a receipt for this so that you have proof that this belongs to you.
If you don't mind, I would rather keep hold of it.
Well, it will take
That's
some
my goal.
time to study and determine what this is.
Yes, I understand that. I would just like to consider it first before I leave it with you, if that's all the same.
Very well. Would you like to come back another day then?
Yes, I will.
Very good. Well, here you go.
And she'll give him a little nod of her head. It's polite, and kind of head out. And she's just because I'm assuming she has some knowledge of the kind of merchant environment. Mostly she went to him because she knows that he's like experienced with his job, but she doesn't personally know enough about potions to trust leaving that with him, that he won't brew something that's also purple and give her back some crap. So
Right.
she's gonna go. So now she knows that it's something that's
Okay.
not that.
As you're leaving, you hear him sort of mockingly call after you. Toodaloo then. Wasting my time. I'm a busy man here. He sort of turns around.
Yeah, so she's not gonna say anything, but she's gonna actually, um, repocket the potion in a safe place, and she's gonna go head over to Goldrill's shop.
Okay.
Welcome, welcome. How may I help you?
Goldrill, do you have a couple minutes to speak?
You do.
I have a couple things. Do you believe that you have enough skill at the moment to appraise a potion?
I'm not 100% sure, but I feel confident I could at least give it a hearty shot.
All right. Um, she will take out the potion and hand it over to him and just tell him, be careful with this. I don't know exactly what it is, but I believe it is something out of the ordinary. And then, as she hands over the potion, she will also pull out of her her little bag or whatever a little purse that's full of obviously full of coin, and she's gonna like lay it down on the counter and so um I know you just opened your shop. Are you looking for investors?
Wouldn't. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued.
I Us being companions, I would very much like to see your shop prosper. And if you are in need of a bit of capital to help get your business venture off the ground, I would be very happy to help you.
Well, I don't see any downside, so I will gladly accept your help.
Right.
Go in for
So
the handshake.
yeah, so she will depending on which hand he uses, it will either be her wooden hand or her regular hand, but I mean either one, it doesn't really matter, but um basically I think we can run with the details, but I think she was gonna because did you say it would cost like 2 gold a day to kind of like keep the shop running? So I think
Yeah.
just as a base investment, she's gonna give him like 20 gold as a starting base. And um so she'll just be like, use this money as seed money, buy supplies, buy tomes to study with, whatever you need. Um, all I ask is that you keep me appraised of how the shop is doing, and we can work out terms of return.
Very well.
All
I
right.
have faith. Yeah. So she and she'll leave the like I said, she'll leave the potion with him, because she at least trusts him enough to trust that he won't try to swindle her, and we'll leave that money with him as well.
Oh my gosh, imagine if he
Don't
did.
worry. I'm not the
I
swindling
know, I
type.
know.
So what was it? 20 gold? 38.
Yeah. So she's investing 20 gold in his
Yep.
in his shop.
Nice.
All right. So that's going to take you a while to appraise. We'll have you do the roll for that a little bit later, like next day or something like that. But I did hit pause on Foodle's downtime, just on the chance that anybody else might end up joining him, and we could do like a little joint thing. But yeah, let's
Wait, what is
circle
he
back
doing?
to-
Gambling?
yeah, he was hanging out at the bar and at the
Yeah.
pub and gambling.
You know what? Goldrill won't drink, but he'll go and gamble with the 18 gold that was his own money before I got the investment. Investment
Ha!
will stay invested.
The investment stays invested. Just gamble.
No,
Just
I
gambles
will
with the
go and
investment
gamble with
money.
my own 18 gold.
All right. So yeah, once again, Yolmik Jaycoat, seeing that is around the time that Kiona's started to wander away, seeing that she's not getting anything under there, uh, approaches Foodle and, wow, hi there, little friend. How are you doing tonight? You're looking a might bit down.
I don't want to talk about it. I just bring me the strongest ale you've got.
Well, sure, that'll be a Boggle Porter.
Perfect. How much will that cost?
Well, let me just look up my master my,
Master
my,
list. Sorry.
my master
70
list here,
gold.
my menu. Uh, I should have put this in the tavern description.
Sorry,
Poorly.
I didn't know we were going to the tavern tonight, so I doubt you did either.
That's all right. That's all right. I have this like every kind of shop document, but because
Oh,
it's every
nice.
kind of shop,
Right.
it's like, okay,
Massive.
where the heck is this? There's non-alcoholic drinks. There's the no fun drinks. So this has like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What the heck?
Mm.
Well, let's just set that at one silver piece. I think that might be agreeable. Here we go. One silver piece.
All right, and Foodle's gonna wordlessly hand her the silver.
Nobody's in a talking mood tonight, hey? You folks must have seen something. Well, listen, you keep that to yourself as long as you want to. Come back here and let me know if you change your mind about that. In the meantime, I'll leave you to your peace.
Thank
And
you.
she runs off to serve some other customer.
And
What's your
Foodle's a gnome, right? And this is like a
Yep.
standard pint. So Foodle's gonna get like
comes in pints?
right,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
That was the exact scene.
Yeah.
Except that he's, not, in that mood, but yeah.
He's not in that mindset.
Yeah.
He's not in this kind of mindset where he's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, he's gonna get. I don't know what the drunk status does, but he's gonna get fully drunk, and gonna do some gambling. I don't know if there's
Sure.
any card players or just like people who aren't talking. I'm just gambling. Like he's just, yeah.
All right. Well, what's your game?
Cards. Yeah. Actually, no. Wait, it was dice. Dice. Sorry. That's what Foodle likes.
That's right. Kiona had the cards. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Kiona was the cards. Okay.
Yeah, and if Foodle sees frickin' Brunor there, he is not sitting down. He's gonna find some other dice players. He's not sitting down with Brunor. Yeah. Screw that guy.
Who the heck is Brunor?
Oh,
he
he
was the one that you
cheated on
fought last
dice
time.
and got
He's
me
the
thrown
cheater.
in. Yeah.
He is the
Wow.
cheater.
Yeah. Frickin' Brunor Blue Jacket.
Brunor Blue Jacket. Yeah. I thought you were talking about no, that's somebody else I'm thinking of. All right. So yeah, you're rolling the dice against just somebody.
Okay.
Let's say
Yeah, I don't even care what their
it
name
is
is, right? That where Foodle doesn't, sorry.
well, who else do I have here?
I should be clear.
Who else do we have here?
Yeah, because you know what? I'll probably write some names down for these gambling people. This is not going to be the last time, I'm sure.
In a freak twist of events, he's playing against Tinkerbell.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah, exactly. No, you're playing against a gentleman who a human ranger. So he's kind of runs in the same kind of ranger circles as you do. A fellow sort of a fellow traveler of sorts. Buford, a man named Buford Peck, and now he kind of he works for the town itself. Um, he is he handles all the manure in town. Uh, so you know Buford Peck as
You know, I feel
if
like when you said that name, Kiona must know this person for some
was-
reason.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
Now
sure.
I know
yeah.
why.
You can smell him coming, I'm sure.
Well, she's got the horse thing going, so she probably deals with them a
This is
lot.
the
Like,
most appropriate time. Whenever you leave, you have to say "smell you later."
Now, here's
Yeah.
a question goes. I was trying to find it in the player's handbook, but I'm just inept. What does the drunk status do? Is that going to affect my dice rolls at all? Or, I mean, I'm rolling dice. I don't know how
It
much.
will the next day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You'll get the poisoned status the next day.
Okay, gotcha.
Which is simply disadvantage on
Okay.
certain ability checks
Gotcha. Okay.
for a while. It'll wear off, but it'll simulate your hangover. Yeah. So you come to sit down across from this man who opens his hands expansively. Why, I say, if it isn't foodle shipping. Haven't seen you around these parts lately. What can I do for you?
Peck, I just want to gamble the night away.
You just want, well, come to the right place, my friend. And he sort of leans down and pets his massive, like mastiff hound that's laid down beside him. Well, let's have a few games of friendly games of dice, shall we?
Foodle will nod.
Okay. Why don't you go into the Roll20 chat
Okay.
and roll 4d6.
Okay.
How much are you betting on this?
Yeah, we got to decide before I press enter there.
Yeah.
How much money do I have? Foodle is going to bet. Foodle's gonna bet 30 silver.
30 silver. Okay. So roll your 4d6.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow. Sounds about
Oh.
right.
I'm so sorry, young friend, but looks like luck is with me this time. And he kind of takes your 30 silver. You can subtract that from your total if you want.
And oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. And Foodle's gonna begrudgingly hand it over again. And another 30.
Well, all right.
6. Oh my god. What are these rolls? 30.
In even tens.
Yeah.
Every time you roll a 10 in dice, Kiona changes his race again.
It's almost impressive. Oh
Kiona's just
god,
in the
yeah.
back room, just like
she's sitting by her little campfire, just
it's like a
ignoring all
it's
the
like
change
a
that
it's like
she's
a cartoon
feeling.
show. It's like showing Foodle like rolling, and then it just like insta cuts to like Kiona in the back room just changing, and it just keeps going back and forth.
Yeah. Well. Sorry, down on your luck tonight, I suppose. And he sort of pulls the 30 silver back into his little space there.
Again.
Well, yeah, very well. If you
Please
insist.
get another 10.
Another 30.
Oh, it's close.
Not even close. And it was an 11. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's almost another 10.
So that's, oh gosh, I'm at 171. 171.
Now, one
90s
thing
film.
one thing you know about Buford Peck is that he's not he's a businessman. He's not a swindler like Bruno Blue Jacket is, but he's a businessman and he likes to make his money. But he's starting to look a little bit awkward here as he takes his third helping of silver here. Well, now, Mr. Shepard, it was a pleasure to play with you tonight. I thoroughly enjoyed my time.
Foodle's gonna push 5 gold onto the table.
Now, Mr. Shepard, I don't know about this. Are you sure about this?
Foodle rolls the dice
Oh, all right. uh, Buford
and
Peck.
covers them
Uh,
before he can see the result.
Oh my goodness.
I just
Kyona's not
realized
even
that
in
would
the
make
scene right
sense.
now. Okay. Yeah. And so he Bruno kind of and he puts the dice in his cup and he shakes it and he dumps the dice out. Hey, well,
Another 10.
what do you know? Hey, very well. Well, 5 gold pieces, well earned, my friend. And he puts in. He kind of feels a little bit better now, even though he's lost, and pushes that back. Now, Foodle.
Peck, I think I
Yes,
need sleep. Thank you.
I think you do too, friend. You best turn in for the night.
Foodle's gonna sort of stumble as he stands up, shake Peck's hand, and try to stumble home.
Smell you later.
Yes.
Normally, Foodle would laugh at that, but not tonight. He doesn't even look back. I feel bad. Poor Bruno. Or Peck Buford. He's
Peck.
great. I like Peck.
All
Foodle
right.
with the hard hustle. I didn't even realize. Oh man, I thought I was gonna lose it all. That's what I was expecting.
Oh man. Okay. If there's nothing else, Goldrill, you were going to do some gambling as well.
Yep. Might as well.
All right. What do you want? How many rounds do you want to do? What do you want to bet? Are you facing off against Peck or somebody else? I can give you somebody else.
I mean, they both leave.
Right.
Taking some notes about this guy. I like him.
Right. Yeah. You sit down across from another human, another male human. You know this man to be named Vitali. And he's dressed like in some rather like somewhat flamboyant clothes, the clothes of an entertainer who has fallen on hard times. He kind of looks up at you, nursing a drink. Yes, you're here to gamble.
Oh god.
He's like glassy eyed. He's like he is most nights, pretty drunk.
Yes. Hopefully win some money.
Yeah, me too, friend. Oh, what's your bet?
Well, I only plan to do a few rounds, so let's how about 4 gold.
All right, 4 gold it is. He puts his gold pieces down on the table and he rolls 4d6.
Is he gonna
He
get? Is
rolls
it a 12?
4d6.
Well, I got a 16. Nice.
Well, there you go. Chance for me to win it back.
Of course, friend. Let us go another round.
All right. He rolls the dice.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oof.
Ooh.
Right back down to where
Well,
it was.
I'll take that. Tiebreaker.
But we up the stakes for one last tiebreaker to 10 gold.
10 gold it is. Oh. Vitaly sees the roll and he's just, oh.
All right. This could be, it could be bad, could be good. Yeah.
Oh. Well, you win. Vitaly Grey Striker loses. Just like always.
Why'd he go from like upbeat surfer
That's
guy to like the
okay.
depressed dude in the back? Like, what?
He's always depressed. He's always depressed.
When I walked in, he was like,
depressed.
haha, so dude, what's going on? Like, what? Gonna rub it in anybody's face, so I'll just
well
give him a
played,
firm
Goldrill.
handshake, and I'll be on my way.
Anything else for the night? For any of you?
I think I'm good. Else?
Okay.
Any late
Ouch.
adventurers?
Okay. Yeah,
Ooh,
you pass
Robert.
out. Oh goodness. Oh, okay.
Dropping a bunch of items for everybody.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you
thanks,
very
Bruce.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have
So
all been so generous tonight. Thank you all. This is amazing.
yeah, that's amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay.
The dealio, big man.
Yeah. So I just need to give some thought to what Brucey just donated. Actually, speaking of which,
Goldrill finds a bag of 500
as
gold
we
pieces
turn,
on his way home. Huh?
nope, that's not
Okay.
what he means.
Okay.
That's not what Brucey means. That's not what Brucey means. As we turn from night to morning, why don't we take a quick break? I will fulfill the 300 bits that Shiraz redeemed to me. Flutter
Forgot about that.
needs more wine. Yeah. So we'll be back. We'll take a short 5-minute break and we'll get straight back into it.
Sounds good.
So, chat, how you like my really amazingly scuffed text box?
So good. I love it.
Think it's scuffed? That's exactly what I was going for. Oh,
It's an aesthetic.
Snaz man. Yeah, the only reason it looks like this because I didn't know if Ghost had a version of this where it was just blank and didn't have like his logo on it. So I just made a text box that was like 50% opacity and put it over his name with my name. And it looks fantastic.
It's beautiful, really.
It's got the
Flutter.
it's got the perfect like I intentionally went for scuff look to it. It's great.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's basically the theme of my stream, right? Freaking
I
scuff
mean, I feel like
24/7.
we could all like.
I know, right? But yeah, I was gonna ask. I have two questions for you, Flutter. One, what are you drinking? It's not gonna mean anything to me, but I bet chat's gonna want to know.
This one right here is a Moscato that's very peachy. I'm peach fuzzy. It's got a little bit of the bubbles, but It's very fuzzy feeling. And then this is my normal go-to easy drinker is the Behringer White Zinfandel. It's super cheap. It's like $9 a bottle. And
Nice.
you know, it would be box wine if it came in boxes, honestly.
Exactly.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about how I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Oh gosh, you don't want to get me started on wine, but wine is fascinating to me because like there's been a lot of like wine tasting and wine judges and all this stuff, people deciding which wines are the best and whatever. It's like it seems so ridiculous to me because like
it's so
we
very
don't have
subjective.
sandwich judges and like
Right.
sandwich tasters and
Well,
shit like
we
that.
have
Like
like food
you
contests in general, right?
sure, but like
But not like the wine
I can
thing,
just
no.
go and eat a sandwich and I know that
Yeah,
I like
because
it, whether it's $5 or 30. Like I don't need some anyway.
yeah, because
So
humans
yeah, that
No,
all
tend
makes
to
I'm with
not.
you.
They don't like to
It's
taste
very
test unless
subjective.
it poisons you. You know.
No, it's super subjective, and it's been
Yeah.
proven. Like people have actually run tests, blind taste
Yes.
tests to
Okay, I
see.
was gonna say that,
Like,
but yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
no, it's a whole thing. Like, so
Yeah.
like no shame in the fact that I really like the cheap wine. That
Exactly. That's what I
like
was saying,
whatever.
right? If you
Like
There's
like it, frickin'
I
no
love
who
shame in
some
that.
good
cares?
box wine
There's no
too
shame in that.
sometimes. So let's
Hey,
talk.
Exactly.
Chico, Shiraz.
Look at that
Kitty.
cat.
Oh, there's the
The
whiskey.
whiskey? Hell
Man,
yeah.
the
Whiskey.
two things everybody here loves: cats and booze.
That's right.
Okay, and my second question for you, Flutter, and Leader and Woof, now that you guys are Leader, you never left. But I want to do some shopping tomorrow. Does anyone want to do some shopping with me?
Oh,
Yes,
in game.
Mazra
Poodle
wants shop.
needs to do some shopping.
Yeah, I'd love to fly out to Canada and do some shopping with you tomorrow.
Dude, if I could
That's
fly
true. I
out
should
to
have
where
said
you are in
Goldrill
Canada, I
and
would be a happy
Malthus.
person right now.
Yeah, no, I gotta. I'm not sure if I
Final?
have enough money to buy what I want, but for my level 3, I do need to peruse some things.
Yeah, so I have no idea what stuff costs in D&D. I don't even know if there's
We
like an
haven't
auto
really
shop.
gone
Is
shopping.
there
Buy.
like a
Been very
storefront
little shop.
shop chart somewhere?
I have it in my.
Is it in the DM handbook?
No, there is some in the DM in the player's handbook, but it's very incomplete.
Right.
Yeah, I was looking through the equipment, but it's mostly just starting equipment or whatever.
Yeah,
So.
it's all
Yeah,
starting
there's not a
stuff.
lot there.
Was there another
Can I
document?
share
I'm with you,
this? Yeah,
Shiraz.
get
Shopping
link.
sucks. I'm
Dungeon
with you.
Master's
I
Guide?
hate going physically shopping with
What's
things
it?
in
Who is
Oh
this
yeah, me
imposter calling?
too.
Okay,
Ugh,
copy
I
that
am not a
link.
shopper. The
I'm going
faster that shit's
into
over, the better. In game, I'm sure I'll
unless you're
love
talking about food.
Oh,
Snoz.
Colin doesn't like to
Striker
go
got some
shopping
booze.
IRL.
I got some booze for Megan. All right, I'm
Good.
pasting a link. This is the mega shop catalog.
I'd love to look at it, but if I click off of this call, it's everything. So
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I can post it in your chat if you want.
That
Oh
is
wait, no, I
really
can't.
And I don't mind.
I can't
Yeah.
do
Well,
that.
not only do I not mind, but it's how I've been doing it up to this point. Is just role playing the shopkeeper. Like when you ask how much something costs, the shopkeeper
that's
tells
probably
you.
what I'll do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's no big deal.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
will
down for that.
probably I have an appointment with the Underlord in the morning, so I might miss your shopping excursion in favor of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I will
Mazra
totally
will
go
happily
shopping
go.
before we have to get out on the road again.
On the road again.
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Okay.
Something,
Sweet.
something. Don't know the
So-
lyrics, my friend.
Hey, Collie, should I get a set of bagpipes and Mazra can just walk after Foodle and just play
I mean, you should absolutely get bagpipes in real life.
like it's Terraria?
Oh,
Me.
God.
I think Boodle actually has bagpipes, doesn't he? Hold on.
I can pretend my iron pot is a drummer.
Oh wait, no. Poodle's proficient with bagpipes. He doesn't have any.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, really?
I'd have to buy some.
That's amazing.
That's so funny because
Which
Fiona
we-
almost chose a bagpipe proficiency as well.
No way,
Almost
really?
was this close to picking.
That's incredible.
and we have established during the most recent whiskey and world building stream that bagpipes are like the national instrument of the orcs.
Really?
They
Wait,
also
so we're
very
just
much-
all bagpipe lovers? Like,
I'm very
So-
proud. I'm very
so
proud
is
of this
it-
fact,
is
but they
it,
also very much like harmonicas.
Yes,
Oh,
bagpipes and
Ooh.
harmonicas.
Love
So
harmonicas.
with orcs, an honored position on the battlefield. One part of the elite troop is the war bard, who charges into battle with bagpipes, and the apprentice war bards play harmonicas before the battle.
this is amazing. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is what happens towards the end of the whiskey and world building streams when the whiskey has flowed a little bit. is
I
leader
mean,
comes
that's
into the
when
chat
the
and
best
says, I
results
want there to be
always come out.
harmonicas.
Yep.
And I say, okay, sure.
Listen, I had to say it a few times before, like, okay.
Okay.
You didn't even make it like the
Warm me
main
up.
instrument. It's like a side thing.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the main instrument. It's gonna be the apprentice instrument.
See, I think you have it all backwards, honestly.
I don't know. Maybe some of the apprentices think so.
Also, hello, Beechan.
Hey, Beechan.
Beechan's
all right.
been here for 2 seconds and he's riding. Love to see it.
Beachin.
How are we feeling about getting back into it?
So, I mean, I definitely want to, but I'm starting to worry that I don't know enough back-end stuff to know. So, like, I was thinking about upgrading Foodle's armor, but I'm trying to figure out what Foodle's wearing. Leather armor. Okay.
Kiona
my
would
God, the
do
cat.
that, except that
I
she
love it.
changes often enough that she wouldn't be able to fit whatever armor
I
she
know, jeez.
managed to get into.
Crazy.
She doesn't get. I don't think she gets an armor proficiency
Look at the
anyway
fluffy.
as a wild magic person. Really.
But yeah, like,
Honestly,
so if I got studded leather, is that better? I can't. There's no like stats to any of this
I think-
stuff, you know.
I think so. Is that just on the shopping list?
Yeah, like at the leather
you're-
worker or
yeah,
the
so
armor.
You're a lucky
That'd
woman,
be in
Vinyl,
the
if that's the case.
player's
If I-
handbook, and if I go equipment,
Yeah, if I
armor
look
and
at
shields.
studded leather.
So yeah, studied leather gives you one extra
Oh.
armor class.
Megan,
and it costs
Megan has
45
just
gold.
noticed Woof's new setup.
Yeah.
Yes, Woof moved his desk.
Wait, studded.
yes,
Studded
I'm on
leather.
the other side of my room.
Studded leather will increase your armor class by 1 compared to.
Brucey does say be wary of armor because disadvantage on stealth is a thing in some
There's no
armors.
disadvantage on studded leather.
Yeah, I think the lighter armors are
Mhm.
okay for that sort of thing. Okay, so I can bump it up to like a 15 AC.
That cat did not want to be moved.
No.
All right. Is there a Fletcher or Bowyer, or is it just gonna be what's her name? Mazra's friend. Hold on,
Ooh,
I wrote down her name.
Kiona might hand Foodle enough gold to grab her like a pack of bolts.
Yeah,
She has too
that's
many
what I'm-
already, but she's still gonna. She's just.
I
gonna
mean, you
keep
can never
amassing
have
more
too
bolts,
many, honestly.
right?
That's what I figure.
Can't have
we
too many
do
of
not-
anything. We got to get more ball bearings from Mazra.
Katarina.
There
No, wait.
there will be no Ilaria.
Alaria got her there.
It is Ilaria. Yeah.
There will be a Bowyer and Fletcher.
Okay.
Has not been one established.
Oh, okay.
But there is one there, but it's going to be like a faceless NPC.
That's fine. We can do that
we
off.
have what we have are this is what chat has this is what the community has made as far as shops
Okay.
go in the town. Two
Okay.
taverns, a tea shop, a cobbler, a candy shop, a bakery, uh, two blacksmiths, an apothecary, Mazra's shop, and I couldn't help myself. I threw a distillery in there.
I mean, there should be a distillery in
And
there.
Goldrill's
so.
shop as well.
Amazing.
And Goldrill's
And
shop.
Goldrill's
Yes.
shop, right?
Goldrill's shop is not on my document yet
So,
because it didn't exist
you-
when I made this document, but I'll have to add it later.
So you did say weapon shops, right?
Yes, there's two blacksmiths. Ilaria Goddard is more of a tools oriented blacksmith.
Oh, right. Okay.
Whereas Toma Greenback, a lizard folk, their shop is more of a weaponsmith, the steel
Okay.
hammer.
Well, so here's maybe the easiest and most expedient way to do this, because I feel like Foodle would know this. I mean, they've been traveling with the caravan for, I'm assuming these shops were even established mostly back in Alien, right? So Foodle, I assume, would know about all these shops. What Foodle wants to do is I got to repair my light crossbow because like it's been repaired by Mazra, but it was like a field repair. It needs to be like properly done, is what you told me. And so if there's a Fletcher, I assume they can do it. I need to get some musket shot, and last time we got it from what's her name?
Ilaria.
Alaria. And then I think the armor, and then I think we're gonna see if the last thing on the list, my list anyway, is I want to see if Goldrill can make us any healing potions, but I forget
I
how
was
long
gonna
that
say I
takes.
would throw enough money at Goldrill to provide healing potions, like 2 for each, or
And
to
how long
pitch
does
in
it take
toward
him?
like 2 for each person at least.
It'll take him like the morning.
Okay, and we've got
It'll
time or
take
whatever.
him
Okay.
like your free time. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
Goldrill
we'll
won't be
stop
able to
by
do
his
much
place
else.
first, see if he needs
Right.
anything, and then Mazra and
Right.
I can do some shopping. Or wait, was Mazra coming, or am I just doing the shopping? I don't know.
Yeah, Monster needs to pick up some stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Perfect.
All right. Yeah. So you swing by Goldrill's shop. Is that where we're going first?
Yeah.
All right.
Now the next day, so it is day 3 of the shop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Day
Goldrill.
3.
Hello.
It's
Oh wait, are
another.
we arriving?
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Another 2 gold. All right, come on in.
Goldrill, how are you?
Good, good. How is thou?
I have a splitting headache, but no time.
Good
We gotta
to
get this
know.
done. Oh,
You're
were you?
feeling good.
Wait, were you there last night?
I did do some gambling, but I'm not sure. I might have come in after you.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
No drinks
I
for me though. Oh, it happened
I
last
just
time.
I got sloshed and I think I ended up winning. I don't really know. It's all a blur, honestly. Um, Mazra and I, we were thinking after all of the craziness on our last adventure, if we can even call it an adventure, our last delve into hell, um, we should probably get some more potions. Now, how much was it again to have you make us potions? I think it was cheaper than going to, the other guy. Whatever his name is. Was it
Uh,
Ghost? Was it 25 or
well, as of right
20?
now, because the shop is still new and I have a lot of maintenance I gotta keep up, the prices are slightly higher. I have them set at 30 gold right now for the cost of materials and some once the shop is in full swing, I will lower those prices. But as of right now, just to make sure I don't go under, keep them a little higher. So sorry about that. But if you're still willing to pay, I'm more than happy to make you some potions.
Okay. I will take. How much silver for 1 gold? Is it 10 or 100?
10 to 1.
Okay. I will take. How much do these things weigh?
Healing potions, they were like only a few pounds, I think, right?
I don't think they're too bad. Okay.
No,
I,
they're pretty light. Yeah.
Yeah, we listed them as half a pound before, I think.
do you think you could make 3 for me?
3, yep. So that is what is it? 10
That's
silver is
90.
1 gold.
10 silver is 1 gold.
That's a lot of silver. How will you be paying today?
Is that 90 gold? Is that right?
Let's see, 10,
90 gold. For so each health potion is 30
300
gold
silver.
to make. Yeah.
30 gold, 300 silver.
Okay.
So
I
how will you
I
be
think
paying?
For
I think I'll take 2, in fact.
2,
So here's 60 gold.
60 gold. All right, so I will add 10 to what I have. Collie gets 2 potions.
I can't believe I can't do this math in my head, but I'm really tired. Okay, I don't want to screw it up. 48 gold. Okay, thank goodness I still got enough for armor. All right. Mazra, did you need any? And Kiona, did you give us any money for potions?
Yeah, I would have given you enough to do two
To do
potions.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So leader add another 60 gold and Flutter, you know what to do.
Well, I'm
And
well,
here's some money
it's
for 2
only
for Kiona.
so I'm only taking like the labor costs, right? Not the whole like 60. Because
Oh,
then I spend it for the material to make.
right. So you're taking the 5, is that right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just another 2
Okay.
you said, so that's 10 gold. So now I'm up to 66.
Nice, good thinking.
So wait, how much are you charging for one?
As of
Okay,
right
the
now, as of right
overhead
now,
he's charging is 5 gold pieces.
yeah. So the
And
base
the
25 for the
total.
materials and then 5 for labor, only until the maintenance costs go down after the shop's been running for a little bit. Once enough time has passed and I don't have to pay as much for maintenance, I'll bump it down, maybe even give you guys discounts. But for right now, I gotta make sure it stays afloat while still having money to spend for equipment. Because I also have to go with you guys, you know?
Yeah.
So Mazra will ask him to make her one.
One?
Yes, but she's got some other thoughts that she needs to consider right now. What I think she'll talk to Foodle once they step outside.
Okay, so Foodle got 2, Kiona got 2, and Mazur gets 1. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. It's another 5, so... Alright.
Thank you so
For
much,
your
Goldrill.
business.
Mazra, anything else or?
Yeah, so once they're outside, she's gonna be like, you know, I support Goldrill in his endeavors, but there has to be a cheaper way to keep ourselves from dying. So, do we know anyone else in town? I um I think we should look into also non-magical ways of healing. I have very little experience with um, medicine and all that, but surely there are some sort of you know, let's stock up on bandages or some sort of a kit, let's say, that we can probably have with us just in case. And I don't know, maybe we should ask around, but there has to be some other way to do this without constantly having to spend that much money. Not that I don't think Goldrill's doing a very good thing, but we're gonna go broke at this point. And to be honest, I would almost rather die.
Then go broke.
Uh,
um,
I'm open to ideas. I don't. Uh, I mean, I can use a bandage, and I know how to put a tourniquet on a leg or an arm, but it it's not so much the the problem that I find that we keep running into is not so much the staying alive, that seems to be okay, but the being able to keep fighting. So that, you know, the healing, these magical potions, these are pretty good at that. I mean, I learned from the elves how to heal, but I don't have the strongest connection with magic. So unless there's like scrolls or something, or I'm not sure exactly where you. I mean, bandages are great, but they're not going to get us back in fighting shape. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I'm open to ideas.
Right.
I mean, maybe we should ask Gundralor, or I don't know. Well, maybe Kiona will. I don't know.
I do, but I still think we should look into mundane because what do people use when they don't have access to healing potions? Don't they? I mean, you're a ranger. Don't they slather herbs on their bodies and use that?
Oh, of course. I mean, we did it all the time. It's just it's not going to heal anybody. It's going to, cover the wound or that sort of thing. It
So so would Mazra have any idea of, because I know what she wants, but I'm trying to like
hmm,
get her there.
hmm,
So would she have an idea of like being a merchant in the caravan? Would
yeah.
she have an idea of like using knowledge of like the other merchants that are of like
Yep.
products?
Yep. Uh, n- as far as so in terms of gameplay mechanics, healing potions are pretty much where it's at for instantaneous healing. You can get things like healer kits that use the medicine that you can use to provide like your proficiency bonus if you have proficiency in the kit to like medicine
Well,
rolls.
will they actually
And
heal or just stabilize? Because
they
this is
don't.
what I'm
They
wondering.
just
Okay.
stabilize. Yeah, they just
Okay.
stabilize and prime you to heal while resting, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna get
Um,
one anyway just because
yeah,
they let you stabilize without needing a wisdom check.
yeah.
So basically you wouldn't have to roll.
Mm.
Is that the
Yeah,
case?
there may be some feats or something that we can
That's what
take.
the thing
Okay,
says. So yeah, I was
okay.
like, that's
Oh,
probably
okay.
good for me.
That's probably a good idea.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, you've heard rumors that the diminutive half elf who owns the tea shop uh, is able to brew is some sort of a healer, is able to brew teas with magical properties, not magic, healing properties, I should say. Nobody has accused her of magic necessarily, but you don't get the impression that's especially portable.
Mm.
You can't exactly bring a cup of tea with you into a dungeon.
Right. It's certainly not going to be in
Well,
any state to drink
I'm
it.
thinking of like iced tea and a water skin.
Mm,
Going out
Uh,
for
Mazra's an entrepreneur.
yeah, we're just
Um,
going out for a lovely picnic. Your iced tea, your water skin, yeah, some fruit in the
yeah, so
basket.
she'll mention that to Foodle and just say, I have never I've never been there in person because why? But maybe it wouldn't hurt us to stop by and just see what the options are. I need to pick up a couple things that are mundane. I don't really think it's that exciting. There's some stuff I need to replace, but I mean, do you want to join me at the tea shop? No
Sure.
pressure if you don't want to.
I've never been. We gnomes, we tend to brew our own tea, but I guess I'm curious. I do like tea.
Besides, you being there will give me a reason to walk in the door. So
Okay. Sure. And then can we go to your friend Ilaria? I need some more shot for my rifle, and we need to get some more bolts for our crossbows. Maybe some
sure,
some. Okay. All right. So
yeah,
we'll do
of
the tea
course.
shop first. All right. So we'll head off towards the tea shop. Oh gosh, what's this place called?
Mazda, I shot you a quick whisper on roll 20. Would just appreciate that. This tea shop. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, am I gonna be able to do this? Oh my god, this is a moment that I've dreaded.
Oh boy.
This tea shop is called the Pantaloon.
Oh my gosh, that's
Okay.
amazing. I think I know who this is themed after. This is incredible. Okay.
I'm sorry in advance.
No, I'm loving it so far.
Da, 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 da.
The owner happened to be named Andy.
No,
Oh. Okay.
it's Andrea.
Okay. Oh boy.
Amazing. All right, so we'll walk in the door.
Okay, so as you approach the wagon with a nice big sign out in this wonderful flowing cursive writing, it says Pantaloon on it, and then underneath in smaller letters tea shop, herbal tea shop. You can see that the wagon has a so-called green roof, where the whole roof of the wagon has been converted into garden space. And you see different varietals of tea plants growing up on the roof. Um, and as you walk into it's sort of set up. There are some tables. It's sort of that pop-up shop kind of look that all the wagons have. There's some little round tables that have been set out, and chairs. You see a short dragonborn runt with little glasses perched on the tip of her snout, sitting back and reading a book while she's sipping at a little bit of tea. Um, there are two uh, two individuals who look like they're wearing some sort of like mage's robes, but they're not part of the unbroken circle, and they're just sort of sitting and chatting along. And they kind of look at is it Foodle and Mazra approaching together?
Yeah.
Okay. They kind of look at the both of you and just give you sort of a calm, steady, quizzical look before they return to what they were doing. Um, there's also another a big burly. He looks like a human fighter. He doesn't look like the type to be interested in drinking tea, but looks good at eating. And he sort of just sits there, and he's with a seemingly like a permanent scowl fixed on his features, sitting outside. As you climb up the steps and step into the tea shop itself, um, the sense of all the different herbal teas sort of waft up to your nose. It's a very pleasant and floral scent. Um, there doesn't seem to be anybody inside. There's a little counter, where it looks like there's a little counter with a small cook stove behind it, that there's a kettle that's placed on top of it, with some water sort of gently rising to a boil there. and on top of the counter, there's nothing but a little brass bell.
Foodle will try to reach the bell, but can't quite get there. And we'll look up at Mazra.
Yeah, Basra looks really uncomfortable in here. It's still a little froofy for her. So, but she will kind of
Foodle's in heaven.
yeah. She'll look at the bell and just give it a little tap to get it to ding.
As you do, this pleasant ringing sound comes out, and from around the side, you just see a little half elf kind of peek around the corner and go, "Oh, hello." Uh, she walks around. She walks around the corner and what can I do for you? And she's small. She's like 4'10".
Oh,
She comes up and sort of stands behind the counter, and sort of on her tiptoes, looking way up at Master. And she's seems to be a little bit pleasant, but a little bit nervous, a little bit shy. And I haven't seen you around here before. What can I do for you?
I've never been here, but this place is lovely. What's your
Oh,
name?
hold on. Sorry, one sec. Uh, I only saw your friend there. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she gets at this little stool, and she climbs up on the stool and peeks over the counter, and looks down. Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
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 My
Hi.
name's Foodle.
Uh, I'm Andrea and Andrea Pantalonia. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm just imagining two kids. One's like on a stool behind the counter, looking down at the other one at the other side. And
This is adorable, you
it's
guys.
it's
This is
adorable.
just adorable. That's
Oh man, I needed this. And Andrea, it is a pleasure to meet
She's
you.
got both her hands like on the far side of the counter. She's like laying down on top of the counter, and her feet are sort of up behind her and like sort of lazily kicking in the air a little bit.
So I
It's a pleasure
missed.
to
Is
meet you
she?
too. What's your name?
My name's Foodle.
Oh,
It's a
hi,
pleasure
Fudo.
to meet you, Andrea. Now, DM,
Yeah,
is she human or is she? I don't know
she's
what.
a half elf.
Half elf. Okay. Pantalonia half elf. Okay, sorry, I'm taking notes and trying to role play. Anyway, um, this place is beautiful. It smells wonderful. I love the roof with all the flowers. This is amazing. I can't believe I've never been here. Mazra,
Oh,
thank you so
aren't you
much.
aren't you a sweet little pumpkin? Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Oh, that warms my heart.
Andrea, I have had just an awful couple days. I need.
Oh no! And she like gets down and she comes around with a little step stool. I've got just the thing for that. And she puts down her step stool and she climbs up and she's looking through the shelves. Go on. I'm sorry, go on. I'm just looking for this. No worries.
I I need something to soothe my soul. I don't know if you have anything like that. If it helps, I love sweet tea.
Sweet tea, sweet tea, sweet tea, sweet tea. Sweet tea. Okay, I have that. I have that. Um
Foodle's gonna whisper to Mazra. Mazra, thank you. This was such a good idea. Mazra's reactions.
It's like I'm glad
okay.
you're happy.
I have this. This is my special blend. It's sweet. It's a little bit fruity. It's hard to get the right kind of fruits these days. Most of them grew in Ilion, but we're making do. Uh, Here we go. Let me make you up a couple of cups of that right now. And she comes down with her big tub of tea and she puts that way up on the counter, and then she grabs her step stool and she walks in behind the counter, um, and then plunks it down, steps back up onto it, starts fiddling and mixing two uh, two cups and getting ready for you. So uh, what else brings you lovely noodles here today?
Uh, for me, just this. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you. I'm just going to be over at that table all by myself, savoring everything
Okay.
about this place.
Okay. That's okay. Of course.
Thank
Here
you
you
so
go.
much.
And she pours a cup and passes it over to you.
All right, and Foodle is just going to go off by himself and just tune out the world other than the smells and the beauty of this place and drink that tea and just really drink the tea.
Okay, yeah, and pours the other cup and hands it way up. And what about you?
Mazra looks very betrayed as Foodle abandons her in this place,
Oh no.
and she kind of gathers herself and she's here for business and kind of just and she'll like lay her hands on the counter, whatever, and she's like,
And
Pantalonia.
and Andrea kind of scooches back a little bit when she leans over on the counter.
she's
She seems a little bit intimidated.
yeah, she's trying her best not to loom, but I mean it's hard not to. But she's like, Pantalonia,
Yes.
I am here because I've heard that your concoctions may aid people who have certain needs when they are out and about. So, do you have a brew that can assist people who may be um, wounded or something that can assist in stressful situations?
I do have a tea that can help people who are
Beachin.
wounded, but it
Beachin, Beachin.
uh, how do I say this? It needs a little something special to be prepared properly. I'm afraid I don't know that you could do that in the field. I don't know. I've never been in the field before. That's so exciting and dangerous. Um, I do have something called garamond, which is a tea made from toasted tea leaves and rice, as well as dried fruits. That can help soothe somebody's spirit if they're feeling down. That one's suitable for the road.
Ghoshira, you're nailing this character like a million
You
percent.
really are. You
So
really.
this is quite amazing. I'm really enjoying.
This
just
is gonna
watching
be
this.
like the fan favorite character if we ever make an animated.
Every
Absolutely.
time we come back
Absolutely.
now, we're
I'm
I
going
can
sorry.
see it
I'm
already.
sorry,
Andrea
Andy.
Pan.
I'm sorry, Andy.
I can't wait till she
It's
sees
beautiful,
this.
Andy. No, he shouldn't be sorry. It's amazing. I'm sure you have to love this.
So she'll think for a minute and just say, that seems useful. Um, you will I will pay you, but you will need to teach me how to create these brews, how they are
Oh,
prepared.
okay. Okay.
Um,
Well,
as to the
that's no problem.
yeah, as to the other one, I would still like to attempt to try it and see, experiment, if you will.
The healing one.
Yes, both of them,
Okay.
not at the same time.
Okay. Well, that's good. I don't think it's a good idea to try them both at the same time. If I'm honest. Um, Not again. Uh, so yes, I can teach you. And she'll demonstrate the preparation of the garamond, which is super simple. First you take all you do is you take this and you add you can even add cold water to it. Even if you can find it, iced water. It's something that I have created that I like to call iced tea. Interesting, isn't it? But more about that. Enough about me. i- there's that Garamond is nice and easy for you. That's not the one that has the healing properties exactly. The one that you're thinking of is the um, scale of the dragon's tail. Uh, that one's a very difficult one to prepare. Um, and she kind of demonstrates how she does it, and it seems very very complex to you. You know, the water needs to be almost boiling, but not quite boiling, just like this, and you pour it in, and you need to stir it counterclockwise 3.5 turns. Okay, no more than 3.5 turns. Otherwise it's no good. And then she's demonstrating that, and you can see that the healing one, the scale of the dragon's tail is definitely not fit to be prepared in the field. You don't get the impression that you can prepare that in the field, but you can of course try this if you want.
Mhm. So she has paid, surprisingly enough, despite how uncomfortable she is in this place, she is watching with great interest and kind of says, "You seem very knowledgeable and competent at your job. I'm impressed." So
You're a very sweet nugget. It's very nice of you to say. Oh, it makes my heart melt.
I am not sure what a nugget is, but
It's you.
From McDonald's.
anyway, I will take some of your tea, um, both of the varieties. I will, if you,
Oh my goodness. What's going on?
Oh, is that a cat? That's a cat.
Is it-
I look over and it's just darkness. I'm like, what?
bad timing. Anyway, um, so she she'll say, I believe that with this more advanced uh, tea making technique, that I will likely require more instruction. So I will return at a further date for to learn if that is acceptable to you. As I said, I will gladly pay for instruction if that is required. Um,
Okay. She seems a little bit confused at how like robotic and business like you are.
it's like your it's like your default in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
She's like leaning over. Andrea, I will pay you for services.
Yeah, she's looming over this poor
Whole
lab help.
encounter is beautiful. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Poodle is sitting back there just like zenning out on his tea.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm just
just so
I'm in
uncomfortable.
nirvana. Like just smelling it, letting it waft up into his eyes and nose and everything. Anyway, after a couple minutes, I guess I'm probably done. Poor Mazra's probably waiting.
Yeah, so she'll just buy a small amount, like just because she doesn't quite know if how well this will work yet. So may as well just do a little test before buying a whole bunch of it. So
And Andrea, that was exactly what I needed. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Oh,
It reminded me of the teas from my childhood, honestly. Oh,
oh, well, you're such a sweet nugget. Oh, that's so kind of you to say. It makes me so happy to hear that. Oh, you're such a sweetie.
well, thank you. And you're incredibly sweet too, and I will
Oh,
definitely be back.
oh, well, come back anytime, Foodle. I can't wait to see you again.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Mazra, are you ready?
yes,
Bye,
wanna
Mazra.
I
You
just
you
want to
sweet
reiterate
noodle.
how fucking ridiculous that ghost is right now.
It's
I
freaking
can't
amazing.
even
This is
with
right,
this. This
Shiraz.
is
It's so
so
good.
beautiful.
so
Um.
TM, how much was the tea that she purchased?
Oh yeah. How much did I spend?
Yours was free, Foodle.
Oh, okay, okay.
And she charged Mazra, uh, 5 copper.
Okay. Oh my god.
Now, for brevity's sake, unless Mazra wants to meet up with Alaria again, I was thinking we could just sort of buy that stuff, the other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
That way we can get to Kiona's stuff, right? She's
Let's
gonna be
move.
meeting with
Yeah,
Overlord.
let's move on.
I'm so glad we did the tea shop though. Oh my gosh, that's
Uh,
amazing.
Mazra, in terms of brevity, as you're buying that stuff, when you come to Ilaria's shop, she gives you she sells you everything you need on the list that you sent me. In addition to that, she kind of just very curtly says, here, I had some of this stuff. I don't need it anymore. It's no good to me. I'll give it to you. And she picks up this basically this crate of metal junk and just chunk puts it on the counter to give to you. And kind of just on your way out, just like oh by the way, here, take this. And so as you carry it away, you get in addition to the stuff that you purchased, you get for free. First of all, you get the new water skin for free.
Ooh.
That's a mundane item redeem. There's a whole bunch of mundane items floating around there that I don't even know what to do with. So I'm just sort of counting them down here. You also, Mazra, get you check this later. You don't check it in front of Ilaria because look at that. Those are amazing.
Sorry, we saw Cody in the chat.
Oh yeah, hey Cody. You also get the following, thanks to mundane item redeems from this stream and one from last stream. I can't believe this. You get a grappling hook.
What?
Not with the rope attached, just the hook.
Is this all for
you
Kali?
get some. No, this is for Mazar. You get some mechanical parts, and there's something specific to make with those mechanical parts that I will DM you about later.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, it's a specific item that that somebody in the chat last stream wanted you to use those for. And you also find kind of buried, perhaps forgotten, perhaps didn't know at the bottom of the crate a ball gag.
There it
Holy
is.
shit.
The non-magical ball gag.
It is. There it is.
That better stay with you forever. I just want to know
Oh
that
my
it's in your
goodness.
bag always.
As I
It's
said,
gonna come in handy at some point, right?
you have to do that thing where you throw the non-magical one at an enemy and it does nothing. So you go to throw the second one, they think it's gonna do nothing, and suddenly just grapples their face.
So DM, since it's not in the encyclopedia, how much would you say this ball gag weighs?
I honestly have no freaking clue.
I don't know. Do like
About
I
a
have
quarter
no
pound.
idea.
do like 0.25, yeah.
Do
Like they can't be
0.25.
that heavy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I don't freaking know. And I'm happy not to know.
Well, Ghost, you can clearly just go look it up in the compendium.
Cover Ghost.
I don't want to change that, and I don't want to Google it right now.
Ghost, are you telling us you don't want to look up how much a ball gag weighs?
Dude, what would that do to your Google searches? Like the ads that
wanna
you
know.
start
Everyone, your
getting.
Google
Don't wanna
search is so
know.
much better. Let's talk about how the news articles that I
Well,
get
I mean-
just because of the stuff that I already read,
Well,
like
guys,
That's
it
my
does.
husband
true.
was like, "How do you get news articles like that?" And I was like, "Shh," because I know where
Well,
it's at.
honestly, it doesn't matter with the way the internet works. Even just us mentioning the word ball gag, you're gonna start seeing ads.
Oh,
That's true.
it's true. It's true.
It's so beautiful though, because you should look at those things. You
Yeah.
should.
I swear, like
Everybody should.
I'll be like thinking about something and suddenly I'm looking at an ad for it. I'm like, why? How do you exist?
I needed, so we were doing renos on our basement. I needed somebody to do mudding and taping for a drywall. I had a conversation with my boss in my boss's office about it. he looked some local mutters and tapers up on his office computer. I got ads on my personal Facebook for like 2 weeks after that.
Yeah, because Big
I
Brother's watching
don't
you,
know
dude.
how. I
Because you
don't
had your
know
cell
how.
phone in your pocket. That's how.
Yeah,
Those
exactly.
things are always
Exactly.
listening.
Bloody
Listen,
hell.
I get ads on
Okay.
Facebook for shit I have never once written down on paper
No.
or electronic things.
No. I know. It's terrible. Okay. Moving on. Move on to Kiona. Collie, did you get everything you wanted to buy?
Well, so he was.
I was really
I
enjoying it. Good
apologize
job. You
because
can go
this is
back
my
there if you
first
want
D&D.
to.
What I want to do for just as an example is like I want to buy some studded leather armor that's 45
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
Can I sell my current leather armor because I don't really need it, right? So how much would that sell for?
Can.
Like 7 or I don't know how that works.
Let me see. I get some. Yes, you can sell it for 7.
Okay, that's cheap there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna
basically
use. Yeah, I'm just gonna
38
use
gold.
normal price for like price to purchase, and then
Okay.
cheap price for your sale price. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So 38, I've got 10 left. Okay. And
So you can do
then
you do an armor trade in, like a car trade in here.
yeah. And then I need some crossbow bolts
Mm-hmm.
for 1 gold. Okay, I can do that. And I get
Yep.
how many? 20.
It's like 20, I think, right?
Perfect. Oh, thank
Yeah.
goodness. So 31. And then how much would it cost to have the light crossbow repair, like actually repaired, properly repaired?
Actually repaired.
All of your
Yeah.
money.
Say 1
I mean,
gold.
okay.
1 gold. Yeah. We'll say
Okay, so 9, and then I'm going to buy a case with, or no, a bowstring, 5 bowstrings, I guess, for 2. And then, there was one last thing. Oh yeah, the musket shot. And then I think I'm
Yeah.
done.
How much
And
did we charge for musket shot before?
oh, did I write it down? Hold on.
I don't know.
It wasn't that much. It was like less than 5 gold.
I want to
Yeah.
say it's just a couple silver.
That's what I thought. How much is
Okay,
it
so
I
it's
thought it was like
for?
a few gold pieces for like 20 or 40 or something.
What about double crossbow bolts? Because it's like a rare, ammo type, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
2
We
gold
can
for 20?
yeah,
Or
yeah, we can double the price of crossbow bolts. Let's say that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2 more gold. Oh my gosh, it's all gone. And I think that does it. That's everything for me.
Okay. Kiona,
Thank you.
you wanted to oh yeah, no problem. Kiona, you wanted to meet with Underlore.
Yeah, so she's gonna go to that tent first thing probably because she's
Yeah.
blue. She wants to not be
Yeah.
blue. And if
Yeah.
they want to do that, she can do that. So she'll
So
go.
there's another tent that they're located at, other than
In the
their
big
own
fancy
tent,
one.
right?
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
opposed to like the town hall kind of tent.
Right, right.
There's like this little like human height pup tent almost.
This is the little tent that you go into and it's like an illusion and it's like huge on the
Stop
inside.
it. Stop
We've
it.
already done this.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Did
sorry.
We?
We have done this during a
Ghost.
Yeah,
game.
okay. I can't remember. I was like,
Ghost, like you're
stealing
ruining
my
all my
thunder here.
secrets, even though we've
I'm
done this before.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No. I just have a bad memory.
He forgot, and then he got flashbacks of when I revealed his
Yeah,
poop
Megan,
poop trick when he gave Mazur the poop rock.
Enjoy that poop.
Do you still have that?
Oh, Woof is waiting for it to come in handy.
I'm gonna find a use for it.
You're gonna find a use for that, yeah. All right, yeah. So you pull aside the tent flap, and inside is this. Oh yeah, I remember this. Huh? This like villa courtyard. Roman villa style courtyard. that you step into, and some of the unbroken circle mages in their resplendent robes see you come in, and they sort of just give a little bow to you as you come in. You're sort of a familiar figure here, and there's some whispering of like, "Oh, that's her. Most interesting.
It's
What's happened to her skin?
it's
It
the blue
seems to
one.
be." And they're just everything about you is like a new curiosity to them.
Kiona is just straight face deadpan, just like she's way over all of the people looking at her and making whispering and all of that kind of stuff. And she just kind of she's gonna walk past them and wherever whoever is the person that she thinks she needs to speak to get to Underlore, if she doesn't see him immediately, she will try to.
Yeah, yeah, and you got like a young apprentice who he quickly nods and he turns around and he scurries back inside. And before too long, Andrelor comes out and his arms are sort of in the sleeves of his robe, and he, oh, good morning. Yes, you're here for the curse removal. Did you were you turned this way by magical means? First of all,
I believe it was that yes, the thing that happens to me sometimes that changes me.
yes, of course. And so you're certain that this was by arcane means and not an act of the gods.
I'm pretty sure, but I don't
Yes.
know what the difference would be between them. If
Well, that might take too long to explain.
yeah,
Uh,
it's
you're a
probably
busy
the thing that
person.
I've been dealing with.
Yes. Well, let's give it a try, shall we? We had a curse removal spell prepared. Suffice to say, if it was cast upon you by divine means, such as by a cleric of some kind or a druid, uh, this spell would have no effect upon it. However, if we're reasonably sure that this was your then it should work. Uh,
You're-
come, come this way, please. Come.
Kiona will
And
follow.
If
Angelo,
it was
yeah, and
caused by your yes.
yes,
All of you.
yes,
That's
yeah. And Undrelor leads her inside, into, and you find yourself inside of what appears to be some sort of like a ritual chamber almost. There's a little dais built into the floor with some runes carved around the sides. And it appears that this is where the wizards of the Unbroken Circle practice their ritual magic, uh, which is an ability that the wizard class has to kind of cast spells without expending spell slots if they have like time and a space prepared for them to do their work. Uh, Please step onto the dais and try to hold still.
Kiona will kind of she's interested but terrified. She's gonna like look around the room like she sees that she looks like a guinea pig in this moment, and so she's like she kind of real hesitantly she's not gonna say no, she's just gonna kind of very gingerly step up onto the thing and like stand there and then like try to pick a spot in the room that she can look at and not because he said don't move, so now she's gonna like freeze like a
Mm,
statue.
yeah. And what's not helping you feeling like a guinea pig is as you're sort of get up there and you stop and you kind of look around at your surroundings, one of the wizards has like a tablet with a piece of parchment sort of on it, and he's like scribbling something down and looking at it, scribbling things down. And when your eyes meet, he kind of goes back to scribbling it down. Uh, yes, please. Well, hold still. This shouldn't take long. You may feel a bit of a tingling sensation on your skin. Uh, it may burn a little bit, but hopefully not. Here we go.
I,
And
I just wanna
And yeah,
before you get started.
poof, the magic, they start chanting their spell, and the magic flows into you. And as you're looking at your hands, you feel the tingle, but the blue is slowly dissolved away, leaving behind your previous skin tone. But as the magic is moving inside you, you kind of feel something wrong, and you start to like uncontrollably like start to suck it into you. And the wizards around kind of well, this is curious. Uh, and then another wizard looks at Angela and, what should we do, master? And well, let's see where this leads us, shall we? Just continue with the spell, uh, and eventually enough is built up inside you that it just bursts forth. And please roll on the wild magic surge table.
There it is.
Uh,
Please get
this wild
blue.
magic
That would be the
surge
funniest
is
thing.
brought to you by Sloth Siren. Thank you very much, Sloth, for your donation. This was banked from last time. We do have.
Oh no, it's the feather beard.
Oh wait, is it?
We do have.
No way. That's amazing.
It's the Featherbeard. Okay.
Oh
So
my
what
god.
happens? Tell us what happens.
It says you grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face.
Oh, that's incredible.
Just
So it's
magic
covering
wells
up your dwarven beard, right?
magic wells up, and you sneeze once, and just poof. There's this big beard made of just pure white feathers.
And she's gonna be like, after that, she's gonna be like this, like looking at everybody. She's like, I tried to say something, but
Well, isn't
y'all
that
went too
interesting?
fast.
Make a note of that, apprentice. And the apprentice just like, wow, like just scribbling stuff. And what else is there to say but she sneezed and a bunch of feathers popped out, but this guy's and throws a sheet away and just this and throws another sheet away and it's just scurrying. Please roll a constitution saving throw
Oh boy.
just to
Okay.
see. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you can last a little while before you sneeze.
I didn't do that. Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't?
No, that was the
Oh,
wild
no,
magic
rolling D1.
throw.
Oh, okay, that's the other one.
Constitution
Okay.
save.
Constitution save. Yes. Sorry.
That's that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Well, we're sorry if that startled you. It's most curious. How long has it been this way?
Which part?
With the strange.
Once again, he just gestures. All of it.
Uncontrollable magic surges. I assume your recent dwarven appearance is a result of this as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Mm,
just like the last ones, I think. It all
mm.
kind of feels the same when it starts, but it comes out differently. I almost killed everybody the last time. There is
Oh,
this
curious. Wow.
spell with these
The apprentice is just
things
like,
that flew out from me and hurt and she describes magic missile as best she can, not having
yes,
ever
magic.
really known it. She doesn't know what it is, so she
Excuse
describes
me?
it to him.
The wizards all look at each other.
Magic mixel.
Magic magic
And
mixel.
that happened.
Oh, magic
And
mixel.
there's Greece, and there's and she's like going through her head like I was transported into a bathtub, and
Yes,
and she
yes.
starts like all of the things that have happened to her with this
Yes.
thing. She's
Indeed.
just telling them about it.
Yes.
So
And you've
it's
never
not-
seen somebody write so quickly. It's just like there's papers littered at this poor kid's feet is scribbling all this stuff down.
Just looks like he's drawing straight lines across.
Yeah, so she's telling them like this is what she's glad that Underlord got, because he expressed that he wasn't familiar with the wild magic thing before, but now that he's seen it, she's like maybe they can fix it somehow, because now they've seen it happen. So she's telling them everything she can about
Yes.
it.
Yes. I think we can fix it. Oh, do you? Yes, I think that, and this is another mage speak. I think that with a powerful enough magical surge, we can heal her, stop this from happening. Oh, indeed. Shall we give it a try? Kiona?
Will it fix me? Will it put me back? Will it make me myself again?
Perhaps. There's only one way to find out. Experimentation.
Um, yeah, but I don't want y'all to get hurt, because it doesn't always do things like that.
And then they all, Underlord doesn't laugh, but all the other mages are center around like, you, you heard us. Yes. Yes. Well, shall we try, colleagues? And so they sort of come up and they begin to chant some sort of incantation, and they're waving their hands, and some of them are pulling out like little bits of like hair and lighting them on fire, and puff of smoke, uh and you can feel the energy surge back into you again, and kind of hold it there, and you can feel that familiar welling up feeling, and you can feel the harp strings playing, uh and it's sort of pushing that feeling back down, but then it lets go and it just bursts out of you again. Please roll another wild magic surge, this one brought to you by snozberries.
Um, it's for the next minute. You must shout when you speak.
Okay.
Love to see
And
it.
there's just like this
Incredible.
invisible like wave of force that's just boom, and some of the mages are sort of rocked back a little bit, and they like fix their hair, and the scribe was like writing, and his paper flew out, and he reaches back and he's rummaging on the ground for the papers, and trying to find the one where he left off, and he finds it again and just puts it back on and starts writing in it. It's very fascinating. Uh, Miss Neely?
I don't know what just happened, but
Oh,
I
you gotta shout louder than that.
dude,
Oh, unless Flutterhubs is okay.
I
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
it's it's it's
Oh.
He's
midnight.
gotta go to
Kids are
work
probably
tomorrow,
asleep.
so
Flutter,
sorry,
no,
guys.
that's okay. No,
I'm
that's okay.
doing.
Yeah, that's okay.
I just I I don't feel much different though. I don't think it.
Why are you shouting?
I'm not shouting.
Yes, you are.
I don't think I am.
Well, you are. It's quite loud, actually. It's a little bit obnoxious. It's quite obnoxious.
Well, I don't. I'm not trying to do that.
Did it work, colleagues? I don't think it worked. I think this is another one. Well, are you compulsively shouting?
What do you mean compulsively shouting? I don't know what that means.
She's definitely shouting. Write this down, boy. She's definitely shouting. And then you sneeze. Just poof. And all the wizards are huh!
little
And
backstep.
the boy sort of stops. And he's just, he's just writing this down mile a minute. Well,
Noom.
I'm at a loss, colleagues. Yes, I'm at a loss too. Well, very well, Kiona. I'm not. I, you're no longer blue, I suppose.
Well, there
Um,
is that. I did just come here for that kind of.
please stop yelling. This is a place of
Oh yeah,
contemplation.
sorry. I don't.
In,
I'm not trying to yell. I promise.
in any case, um, it seems that it may require a bit more experimentation than previously thought to get you back to normal. Please leave this conundrum with us for now.
Sure. I was wondering though if I might be able to speak to you, Lord Underlar. Uh uh with just us.
Do you mean privately,
Yeah.
in confidence?
Yeah.
Speak.
That
While shouting.
may be
This is how this
difficult
works out, you
given your
guys. You
current.
wanted to speak to him about the
This is
ghost thing.
amazing.
After the
The
blue
other
thing.
the other mage with the really bad Liverpool accent um speaks up and you might find that difficult given your current state.
Kiana just kind of like slowly turns around and looks at this guy and she's like, I
Just
don't think that that's helpful, thank you. And
just at the
And
top of her lungs, just looks at him and goes, "What?" Like not like.
and this guy's just taken aback. He like shrinks back, and this is a dude who the unbroken circle of mages is like an all male,
They're
like
very broken at the
cloistered
moment.
brotherhood, and he's just not he's not used to speaking to women in the first place, and he's not used to a woman speaking to him this way at all. He's oh yes, well I apologize, I suppose. I think we can leave. We'll shut
she's
the
got
door.
maybe a slightly like deranged look. Her eyes are two different sizes. She's like a little bit like
One eye's like twice the size of the other. What'd you say to me?
Oh, come boy, let's get out with you. And they kind of leave and shut the door behind them, and it's just you and Angelor. And Angelor kind of turns around and does like a little bit of like wow on the door, and there we should have a little bit more privacy now.
well, good. I wanted to ask you about the spirit things that we saw inside
And
that
Angelo
cubby.
kind of takes a step back, and he's like a little bit put off by all the shouting, but he's trying to be like polite.
Guys, when is this minute over? I don't even know when it
That's amazing.
I'd say it's probably been a minute in game.
Shouting.
I was I was just gonna
And you can return to like normal volume in mid sentence.
I was gonna I was gonna ask
I'm sorry.
I
Can you
was
speak
gonna
up? I'm
ask
sorry. What? And
uh
Angelo sort of shuffles back a little bit closer.
She's just like
Uh,
shouting, "I was wondering about the ghosts." It's just like suddenly drops down to like a normal talk.
the what? The what? Uh, yes. I'm sorry. You were wondering about what?
the spirits. That stuff, the bag of dust I gave you.
Oh,
Uh
yes.
they
Um,
some of them appeared to us in forms of that we've seen, but I don't know why, because I it was a crypt, but I don't think that those people were dead, or at least some of them weren't dead. There might
curious.
have been some of them that were. Some of them were. I don't know, but they showed up and they were there and they were people we've seen before. And
So you saw numerous individuals who either are deceased, are not deceased, or might be deceased.
yes, and we fought them.
I understand. Underlord says in a tone that indicates he doesn't understand.
Very helpful.
Kiana will kind of look at him like, "Oh, okay. I don't
You've seen these people before.
I've seen well, yeah, I guess I've seen all of them before.
Who were they?
Well, one was the lady that we fought with that pirate guy back in the thing where you got that eye patch from.
The
Um,
the half elven wizard.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Go
that
on.
was one of them, and she had a wand that she was really obsessed with, but it disappeared when she disappeared. So I mean, I tried to
Hmm.
look for it, but
Hmm.
and then the other one was, and she stops for a second and she kind of looks around, like, is anybody listening? And she's like, it was,
Underlord
it
looks
was,
around to you.
it was the mayor's daughter, the
The mayor's
captain of the
daughter.
guard.
Are you sure?
She didn't look too good, and I think all of us saw her in various different states of being injured, but I don't think any of us saw the same thing, but it was definitely her.
As in she was injured in different ways depending upon the observer.
Yeah,
And what determined what the observer saw.
I don't know. I don't know.
Curious.
Uh, and she'll kind of be like, and there was one more.
Yes, there was one more.
Yeah, well, some of my companions said they didn't see any face at all.
Mm-hmm. And you saw
I saw me.
yourself.
Yeah, but she spoke like my stepmom.
Your stepmother. What did this apparition say to you?
She looks at him and she's got like she's just her totally like heartbroken. She's got the
I'm
saddest
sorry,
look
I'm
on her
trying to
face.
hide my DM smile here. Oh,
I know.
it's like that
She-
meme of like, oh, and then yes.
so Kiana, so she looks at him and she's near tears, and she welcomed me home.
That was near to your home.
He was.
Mm. On the hill that we identified together on the map.
Yeah, I've been there before. When I was little, I used to go there with her.
I
Um,
was curious. Under most circumstances, a an undead apparition raised by necromantic magic or an other magical construct would leave behind some sort of residue in the remains that you brought back. We were not able to find any residual traces of magic of any kind on the dust that you brought back.
what
Um,
is this?
an illusion wouldn't leave anything behind.
But we fought them. They hurt us. We almost died. Some
Most
of us.
curious. Most curious.
And
This is beyond
I
my
have to say,
understanding.
I think I might have opened the door into the place. Because I can read
How?
that stuff that they gave you on the
You can
rubbing.
read. You can read it.
I can read some of it.
Could you read the text that you made the rubbing of?
Some of it. We made rubbings of all of it, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let me one moment. And Undrelor sort of scurries out of the room, and you can hear him calling for, boy, boy, and within a couple of moments he comes back with the rubbings and arranges them out. And what are you able to read here?
Kiana will look at the papers and I imagine she won't see the same thing that she saw in the same kind of whatever. She'll try to touch the paper
Hmm.
in an attempt to have
Yeah.
that same connection with the text on the stone.
And you kind of you have to sort of rearrange it a little bit. But when you rearrange it, you look at it, you sort of flip back onto the backside where there's nothing written there. But that's where you see it. That's where you see it, right? And once again, to remind you, the first one was the riddle that allowed you to enter.
Yeah.
The site, which I can read back to you here. It was
I've got it. When you are without me and within me, death is assured. But when I am within you, I am life most pure. I am the key.
yes, and what did that mean?
Willie, I think it was the water, that cold water that they gave you that was in the pond that was nearby because we opened that door with that water.
Interesting. And any of the others? And then the second one that you encountered on the obelisk that was inside, just conveyed, not in words, but a feeling of welcoming and familiarity to you.
Right. And she'll
Almost
relay.
like a doormat.
Right. And
Okay.
she'll relay that.
Okay. Curious. This gave a concrete message, whereas this conveyed an abstract idea in the form of emotion.
Yeah.
Curious. And this one, which is the third one that was on the dais.
This one was the last one, and it happened after that last fight, and I couldn't read it. But I found this other thing under the store and the stone, and she'll like pull out that little crystal thing. She's so confused right now. She doesn't know what is relevant to this guy and what is not.
She pulled out what I was trying to figure out
That's okay.
why Kali is thinking.
Oh, things happen in chat.
Is threatening me.
Also, now that
Uh-oh.
we're talking,
Only one
oh, Woof went AFK. Okay, welcome
Where's
back. Did it mess up everything? It messed up
Hello?
everything. Yeah.
Yay! What's going on?
No.
Woohoo. All right. Quick little break, chat. Oh my god, things are falling off my desk.
Well, that's
Oh
okay.
my
Welcome,
god.
readers.
What
Hi.
happened? Okay.
Everything is going bad.
There's there.
Wait,
Oh,
no.
no!
Oh wait,
everyone-
it's fixed.
Oh, wait,
it went
it's
back.
fixed.
It went back.
Oh,
But wait,
that's good.
wait.
Oh no! Oh no! Look
The
who's
other
in
one's good.
chat.
Other one's good. We're good.
Andy,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Never mind. We're good.
Before you watch it, I'm sorry, Andy.
Pants. It's adorable. It's adorable, Pants. It's adorable.
Yeah, the Andrea Pantalonia, absolutely the best character in this campaign so far.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy
Ghost
it.
portrayed
thoroughly
her
enjoyed it.
spectacularly.
It was
I don't know
beautiful.
about that. I
It
don't
was,
know
no,
about
it
that.
was beautiful. Yeah.
Oh.
Pants. Um um
I'm sorry, what did you pull out for Underlore again?
that little crystal thing that she found under the stone, the flagstone where the one dude had died.
And he picks up and he turns it around and doesn't seem to be it could be a focusing crystal for light of some kind, I suppose, a prism of sorts.
It was
And he
underneath
sort
the
of just
floor after
hands
the
it back to her.
second one died. I'm sorry I forgot about it until just now. But
I detect nothing magical within this.
yeah, I couldn't read the last one.
I see. Unfortunately. We will take some time and see if we're able to translate it. Your translations of the other two may be of some help in this endeavor. We might be able to use this to translate the third. You've helped us very much, Kiona. I know that it seems there are more questions than answers at the end of this, but that is the nature of the arcane, especially in your case. The only thing I can ask you to do is to persevere.
I'll try, but I'm really afraid I might hurt somebody. Really. I did hurt my party. I don't know. I don't want it to be worse.
Yes. Well, you can come back here anytime, and in the course of our attempting to understand what is happening to you, perhaps we might be able to offer you some help in controlling this.
I would appreciate that. And Kiona kind of she realizes that that's probably her cue to leave. She's just gonna head for the door without any, um, acknowledgement from him that it's she's dismissed or whatever. She just
Mhm. Okay. All right. And where are we? Oh my goodness. I have so many
we have more redeems.
things banked.
Yeah, we
Right,
we
I
right.
need
have.
to
All I know is
I need
that
to
thanks
get
to
you
Beach
guys
End,
back out into the field soon.
we have
Yeah.
four major
Seriously.
mutations
We have
banked.
4
Thanks
major
Beach
mutations
End.
banked.
Four major mutations.
Yeah,
You
Beach
guys,
End dropped
Uh,
1,000
really gonna
bits
kill us?
earlier.
You're
We are so screwed.
really gonna kill us,
This is
I shouldn't have bought
exactly
the armor. I should have just bought more potions.
right? Just all the healing potions, so we can just toss them
This-
back every other round.
this
Oh
is
my god.
this is exactly why my new my new tradition level 3 thing is going to absolutely save my ass so many times.
Ooh.
By the way,
let me think. We're 20 minutes.
Yes, Wolf?
Whoop, your mic
Okay.
is
Okay.
far away.
thank you. By the way, we don't have to play this out, but Mazra is going to remind Goldrill to buy himself a bedroll.
Ooh,
Right,
good
that
thinking.
is a thing I need to do.
Better buy a bedroll.
I will.
You don't
Speaking
want
of,
those penalties. Yeah.
I used the thing to sell my quarterstaff, and I don't have that anymore. Anyway,
Okay. Okay.
I never used it,
Yep.
so
Yep.
I think it was worth like a gold or something.
Oh no!
Wolf's cam went off again. Oh,
Just
here it
borrow
comes.
Foodle Shiraz.
Sorry about
Hell no.
By the way, I completely forgot something I wanted to buy. Again, we don't necessarily have to play it out, but
Mm.
I've been saying for the last like 4 sessions that Mazra needs a freaking ranged weapon. So
Oh yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Well, I need to get weapons as well, so we might as well just do that now, I guess.
yeah. Well, you guys have that catalog there.
yeah, I'll just do you want me to just add it and
Yeah, just do that.
Can we
Okay.
like send you a message in between sessions that like when we're in town before we leave a place so that we bought things or did things
Sure.
like that?
So
Okay.
should I just get my
Yeah, you
weapons
can.
like
Yeah, we might
off-stream?
play out some of it.
Right.
But the interest
Like
in
the tea shop.
the interest of brevity,
Right, there's gonna be some stuff
we've done
that
a
just
lot of that this session.
right, right.
And I want to get you out into the field soon
Well, I
Do it.
don't.
because we have well, I won't say what we have, but
We have a lot of bad things.
I wanna get to it next.
I've got some new
next stream.
abilities. I
Fiona
want to
will
try.
Yeah.
yeah, the only
So-
other thing Fiona will do after that whole thing is go get herself some properly dwarf
Yeah.
size clothing.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
And maybe consider what she might be able to have with her
If
in
you
case of
have the money, you
transformation.
should probably just buy a set of each.
That's what
like,
I was
just
I
buy.
was I was thinking that, but I probably don't have the money for that, especially not after buying 2 healing potions. So she she's gonna do what she can to just be prepared for any situation and have like a large thing, a small thing, a medium thing, and
Gotcha.
that yeah.
Gotcha. Just have a large, medium, small set of clothing.
Yeah, yeah, and go with whichever one fits the best at
Yeah.
any given moment.
So I'm gonna do a couple quick interludes here. Who's got? First of all, I know we did a bunch of Kiona, but one more thing with Kiona. That evening, you're returning to your home, and you're kind of like just the same thing everybody does when they get home after a long day, and just sort of unloading their stuff onto their counter, their night table or whatever. And you take the crystal out, and you kind of recall back to Angelor commenting on how this crystal did seem particularly interesting, and maybe it was a prism for refracting light or something like that, and just
Hi,
something
Valkyria.
made of glass. And you feel as you're sort of holding it over in your hand, and the moment the thought, the idea momentarily enters your mind that maybe you should just get rid of this. It's just extra weight to extra space in your bag. And as soon as that thought occurs in your mind, you feel that ding of that heartstring being plucked inside you. What do you do?
Kiona will probably stare at it for a long time. And uh she's when she feels the harp string though, she can't get rid of it. She won't. She has that awful thing that magic people seem to have where they just can't let go. They have to draw toward whatever it is that is. So she will definitely keep it and possibly take it out and study it in her downtime, whenever that is.
As you do that, you feel a sense of familiarity with it. That sense of familiarity that you feel with things that are both innocuous but also associated with that terrible place that you visited. That feeling of familiarity and comfort that you have increasingly been feeling like you can't entirely trust. That being said, you have attuned yourself to what you now realize is a magic item, but I'm not going to tell you what it does just yet.
Okay.
You'll find out,
All right.
and you'll find out soon. Who has the boots?
Mazra has the boots.
Mazar has the boots. You, uh, perhaps fortuitously have the boots, actually. You kind of look them over, and there's something different about them. Something quite unusual. And you spend the evening sort of studying these. You feel drawn towards it in a similar way. Uh, they are themselves a magic item given to you by Salem Knights, who has I don't know if they're in the chat right now, but they've been waiting for a long time for these to be put into the game. These are Salem's silent boots. They give you advantage on stealth rolls.
And who has
Useful.
them?
Me.
Our rogue. That's amazing. That's
Oh,
perfect.
Are they
who
conveniently
has? No, go ahead.
half orc sized?
They're like medium size, medium creature size.
I would say since
And
they're
They're
magic
D and
boots, they're
D
just auto.
in D&D, one shoe truly fits all within your size category. Who has the rusted sword and rusted dagger from the crypt?
Goldrill does.
Okay. You felt like there was more to these than just whatever was in the puzzle. And they look in really, really bad shape. And you do take some time during the afternoon to bring this to do I actually want to role play this out? I think I do. You know that what was her name? Toma Greenback, who is a lizard folk craftsperson who runs the Steel Hammer blacksmith shop. You kind of bring them to Toma. Toma is a lizard folk whose gender you're unable to determine by just by looking. Not familiar with lizard folk particularly. You've never seen them. You've seen them around. You've never seen them wear anything with sleeves, and so their arms are, they're exercising their right to bear arms, as it were, sort of hammering away at their anvil, and in their tent with a wooden sign beside it that simply says the Steel Hammer. That's written out in this unusual way of writing the letters that it might be, for all you know, just common to how the lizard folk write their letters. But they seem to be the only ones who write it this way, or at least Toma Greenback, the only lizard folk you've ever met, seems to write it this way. And as you're approaching, they rather look up and say, "Ah, you look familiar. What can I do for you?" Yes.
Likewise, I was hoping you could take a look at these two items for me and tell me if they're, or if I can do something else with them, like the
Yes.
sword and dagger.
Most interesting. These have been through quite a lot. They must be very old. There's a lot of rust on them. But
Yes, we recovered them from a dungeon. We came back. At least what I have. Not
most
sure
fascinating.
what it was.
Give them to me overnight, and I believe I can clear the rust off of them. And I will see if I can restore them to their former selves. Yeah, thank you. I look forward to this little project.
Oh, while I'm here, What do you got for ranged weapon?
Oh, this and that. I'm not much of a woodworker. Uh, no bows or crossbows or anything of the like. But I do have some quite well crafted javelins, if I do say so myself. Some throwing axes, knives, perhaps.
I think I'm looking for something more bow nature. Maybe not exactly a bow. Javelin probably won't. Thank you for showing me.
I understand. Have a pleasant evening.
Well,
When you return the next morning, what was their name again? Toma. Uh, Toma welcomes you in. Yes, come in, come over, come over, come over. Look at this. Look at these. Quite interesting pieces here. Very well made, and uh, as soon as I heated them up and started hammering them, the rust seemed to fall away, and they're good as new. Uh, and what's more, watch this. And they pick up the longsword um, and turn to face a large, thick, round wooden post. And they reach their arm back and just slice through it, and it's like slicing through air. And the top of the post just falls off.
oh,
Please
that sword.
accept these free of charge. I was honored to work on such finely crafted materials. If you find anything more like this, please bring them back to me.
I will most certainly do that. If you ever need potions of any kind, feel free to grab one on the house at my shop. If there, tend to adventure a lot.
I very much appreciate it. You have in your inventory, and you can distribute these out to your party if you want to, a +1 longsword and a +1 dagger.
+1 longsword?
Yes.
Ooh.
So the +1 indicates that it's magical. This has a number of effects on it. For the players who are new to D&D here, a +1 longsword slash dagger, whatever, indicates that you get both a +1 magical bonus to hit and for damage.
So it is a
Furthermore,
longsword +1?
yes, longsword +1.
Okay.
Furthermore, some monsters will
Sorry,
have
what was the other one?
damage +1 dagger
+1
or
dagger.
dagger +1. Yeah.
Uh,
Furthermore, some monsters will have damage resistance that is ignored by magical weapons of a certain level.
dagger +1.
I am
That's
very,
cool.
glad that you brought those with you, because that was in my
Yeah,
notes that
Oh,
That's
I'm very
really
glad as well
awesome.
because part of my tradition is using melee weapons for some real good stuff. So one of these is staying with
yeah,
me.
well, okay.
Ooh,
Yeah. Right.
This is very exciting.
that's amazing.
I'm just before we break up, I know that we're nearing the end of our regulation time. I'm gonna get you set up for the next bit
Yeah.
before we break up. So you're that morning after Goldrill collects the things back from Toma. You are each of you are variously approached with wherever you are and whatever you're doing by another member of the poor town militia in their dirty, raggedy, stitched together uniforms and insignia, and you're summoned forth to come back to Mayor Roundtree's wagon. that serves as sort of a mobile town hall. And when you enter, conspicuously absent this time is Angelor or any of the mages, and it's just you and Mayor Roundtree. And she looks up from her table where she has a map of the region laid out. She says, "Ah, yes, come in, Warg Slayers, come in."
Thank you. Can I ask why you've called us here?
I've got another task for you. We're nearing the Stormspire Mountains, and we're at something of an impasse, and we need your particular skills to forge ahead for us, and help us determine the best way forward. We need to cross through the mountain range. There are 2 paths available to us, and we want you to scout one of them. If you feel that you're rested enough to be up for the task.
Poodle's gonna look around. I feel ready, yeah.
Kiona will nod, enough to let people know around her that she's into it. Cool. Yeah.
I feel like I could take on 100 goblins myself.
You're
Kiona
a
gets to look
good
down at
goblin.
Foodle now. Oh my god. Just a little bit, but she still
Poodle,
does. Just a
Poodle's
wee
looking
bit.
up at
Just by a
everybody now.
couple of inches. She's
It's
she's
amazing.
Wait, is
she
Kiona
turns and she
still
kind of looks at. She's still a
Fiona
still the
dwarf,
same?
Fiona is a dwarf, but which
but
is
she's no longer
significantly
blue.
taller than a gnome,
Yeah.
but significantly shorter than a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But she's still taller than Foodle is now, and she was
She's roughly
Foodle's
eye
size.
to eye with Andrea Pantalonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
So
herself
so
unusually
so
short for a half
so
elf.
Kali's like
Uh,
3 feet. Kiona's like 4'10",
4'9", 10.
like 4'8", 4'9",
closer to 5 than 4 kind of thing.
and then me and
Uh,
Mazar are both like 6'5".
Yeah,
It's like monsters.
yeah.
Yeah, so she'll get a little bit of a like a I'm taller than him. Like she'll get that momentum when she realizes because she's standing like next to him. Just have that. She won't say anything. She just kind of you'll see the little thrill go through her.
Like, can't
So,
wait for you
so
to roll
where
and become like the smallest possible thing.
is there a particular pass that we should be looking into? Is that where the caravan's heading?
Yes. Sorry, hold on.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
One thing I didn't get to. All right. Sorry, one mundane item redeemed that kind of got away from me this session. I apologize for that, and I'm just making a note to work it into next session. So there are 2 paths available to the caravan. One is through the Sadewald Forest. If for some reason you need to know how to spell that, it's Seidwald. It is the less traversable route, rough terrain through the trees. Some of our wagons are very large. Might find it very challenging to pass through there. But in the past, I would have called it the safer of the 2 routes. The forest cuts through the mountain range itself. It extends onto both sides. The western Sadewalds here, of course, and then the eastern Sadewalds on the other side of the Stormspire Mountains. It offers a broad path, but it's quite, as I said, quite treacherous for our larger wagons. It used to be quite a safe forest, but I've recently heard rumors of some of the more predatory animals and even some of the prey animals becoming increasingly bold and feral in the wake of the cataclysm. Furthermore, there are rumors of dangerous magic. Some say a witch of some kind present in the woods. This is not the path I am sending you on. Another of our scouting parties, a group calling themselves, and Mayor Roundtree sort of takes a deep breath and sighs a long, weary, a very world weary sigh and says, another scouting party calling themselves the Leak Squad has been dispatched to investigate this past and the strange disturbances occurring there. Where I'm sending you instead is into the Ostrand Pass. That is Ostrand. There's a fortress there, formerly garrisoned by soldiers loyal to the city of Haltern, built near the headwaters of the Bly. It's since been seized and occupied by an orcish clan by the name of the Coldstones, who uh, rumor has it there's very little love lost between this clan and the humans of Haltern. I'm hoping the distinct unhumanness of your particular group may be an asset to that. I would like you to go to the fort and make contact with Clan Coldstone, and see if you're able to negotiate passage of our caravan through their pass. I must warn you, this excursion will be quite dangerous. The orcs of the Eastern Highlands have become very restive and fractured following the goblin invasion, as have we all. The extent to which, though, the orcish clans behaved predictably, if somewhat aggressively, my apologies, Mazra, in the past, has certainly flown the coop, as it were, in this new chaotic reality that we're living in. Old clans have fallen and disappeared entirely, and new ones have risen to take their place. And some of the orcs in the Highlands, rumor has it, have turned to some sort of death cult, I'm led to understand. So your passage through this territory may indeed be difficult, and I'm hoping, Mazra, that your presence might be an asset in this mission.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a big ask.
So
It
you want us to go to the orc place?
Traverse through the eastern Orcish Highlands to Fort Ostrand, make contact with the chief of the Orcish Coldstone clan that is encamped there, and negotiate safe passage through for our caravan.
Kiona's just gonna blatantly look at Mazra and be like unspeakingly say, "You got this." Like, is this okay with you?
Yeah,
yeah,
she's been really quiet the whole time, just been very serious about it. And I think, um, especially when their mayors shares like potentially current info, kind of about the orcs, she looks like a little worried, and but kiboshes it pretty quick, just kind of stony faced, and will just kind of nod and be like, well, We'll do our best.
Thank you. It's my hope that all of these rumors in both cases come to nothing, and we have our pick of either the sidewalled path or the Ostrand path. Should you be unable to negotiate safe passage with the orcs, don't play hero, come straight back here, and we'll take our chances with the sidewalls.
All right.
So now, out of character, the sidewalls is the 2 different forest paths. One that is too
That's the
impassable for the
forest.
large
Yeah, it's
caravan,
the
and the one
yeah.
that is passable by the large caravan, but possibly plagued with a magic witch.
No, so the sidewalled forest is rough terrain that's difficult to pass.
Right.
Was the safer of the two paths in the past, but there's strange stuff happening there now.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Yes.
Got that all. I thought
Yeah.
that was 2
Nope.
separate
Yep.
thoughts.
Nope.
Cool.
Perfectly fair. Yep.
Mayor Roundtree, we won't let you down.
I know you won't. Thank you all for your service. Our community owes you a great debt.
And with that, Foodle's gonna turn and head on out, start loading up the wagon.
Okay. And you, as a group, you make your preparations. You get kitted out, ready to roll out. And after a hearty dinner and a good night's sleep, you roll out of town with your horses and your wagon on the first night, with the gray peaks of the Stormspire Mountains laid out in front of you.
We're going to the
And that's-
Storm Spires.
That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Nice.
I'm so
And
excited.
Thank you
Poodle
so
is
much.
like
Thank
dying
you
of
so much.
excitement, and Kyona's
Yeah.
like, "I hope I don't kill somebody."
So
Monster's like, "Oh my god, I gotta talk to orcs."
if you folks want to make any more preparations, like buy any more supplies or anything like that, send me a DM on Discord and we'll do it. Oh my goodness, Zerp with the
Whoa.
1200 bits.
Oh
What are
my
you
god,
buying with
what
that?
are you doing, Zerps?
Oh, good lord.
What are you buying with that, mate? 4
4
items.
items.
God, there's so many
Wow.
items.
Derp, you're
That's
amazing.
beautiful. You're
items.
such a wonderful person.
Zerp, thank you so much. That's incredible.
Hurry up, Beach,
Also,
and
if
shush.
we have stuff that we don't want to carry, but we're like leaving it at home, do we just gray it out on our character sheet? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case,
Do
I'm gonna
we?
leave some
Yeah, I
stuff.
was. Yeah, I was just gonna like uncheck it.
Shiraz
Put it
or
in a
ghost
bag in
whiskeys?
the back of the
No.
wagon.
No.
Even
It's a school night.
Ghost is saying though. I'm pretty sure you've drank
It's
on school nights before.
Yeah.
Well, he's already had
I
some
haven't.
whiskey though.
I've had one whiskey. I'm pretty sure I haven't drank 5 whiskeys on a Tuesday night of a work week.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Brucey, thank you so much for your
Oh,
contributions.
Brucey.
Everybody who contributed.
Yeah, everybody who contributed.
you.
Thank you
And
all.
You guys are amazing.
man, holy. Speaking of catching up, Andy,
Those bits will go to
I've
great
got-
content.
I've got lots of bits to catch up on here.
No
Jeez.
kidding.
Jeez.
Last week was insane,
Yeah.
you guys. Thank you again.
Last
I
week
need to
was
say it. Thank
wild.
you.
Andy, also feel free to not tell me ever what you think of the Andrea
Please
Panzalonia
watch
role
it,
play
Ant,
when
because
you watch it.
Andy, I
it's
fully
amazing and you will love it.
Andy,
It's
I
so
fully
good.
expect
It's
you to
so
write
good.
Ghost like a
You will love it.
paragraph. Write Ghost an
What-
essay about what he did right and wrong.
What Brucey just said, but the opposite.
No, but exactly that. Please let us know how you feel because
Oh my gosh, yes.
I
watch
know,
it on
I'm so
stream.
curious.
Watch it on stream. No.
Do a reaction video.
Don't do it.
Reaction video.
Yes, Andy, I want to to see it.
That would be
Oh
so
my
good.
god.
No,
Yes.
Please, that would be
Yes.
so fun.
Our only goal is to make Ghost as uncomfortable as possible.
That'd be so good.
Man. So we have a bit of an announcement. We kind of announced this last time, but
Mm.
on Saturday the 20th, which is not
10 days from now.
this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after, we are going to do a special long form session of the Winds of Chaos campaign with a guest player, secret guest player.
Singular clap.
It's going to be a long session. We need to kind of negotiate exactly what time of
that.
day we're starting. This is going to be a charity stream. All of our proceeds from this charity stream are going to go to a charity for the conservation of foxes in the United Kingdom. This is in honor to a friend of myself, Flutter Wolf, and Megan, and also Scragglefoot. If any of you ever see Scragglefoot pop up in some of mine or Flutters, or occasionally when Wolf streams, Wolf's chats, where 10 a.m. There we go, 10 a.m. Pacific. That's when it's starting. It's decided. If that's okay with everybody else, I don't know. We can talk about it after. Yeah, if that's okay with you guys. But this is in honor of Nick, a friend of all the people that I just mentioned, as well as myself, who tragically passed away shortly after Christmas. It took us a while to think of exactly what we wanted to do. His passing has hurt those of us who knew him quite a bit, and I'm very grateful for Collie and Leader for taking it on board to raise some money for charity for in the name and memory of somebody who they never met. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that as a charity stream on Saturday the 20th.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's
And
gonna
this
be
is
great.
such a great idea because, like, these are two of their passions, right? Like the
Yes,
D&D, the
yeah,
boxes. Like, this is perfect.
yeah. So Nick was very into D&D, very into role playing, and in our little role play group that we've been part of since, oh gosh, Megan and I have been part of it for 7 going on 8 years.
Oh, wow.
And you know, he was a passionate role player. He was so interesting. He injected so much into the game, to the point where we don't need to get into this too much, but our meeting that we had recently about where do we go from here was a very tough conversation to have, because we can't imagine continuing this game without him.
Right.
And he was a really integral part of that, and was a fantastic friend. And we'll talk a little bit more about him during the charity stream, I think, and just sort of reminisce and take that opportunity. But yeah, it's going to be a charity stream. All proceeds for that are going to be donated directly to charity, whether it's subs, whether it's bits. We'll set up a donation page. There is a charity online charity portal already set up for him. I wonder. I'm gonna see how we can link to that. I know that one of our mutual friends posted that link to us in our group message. So we'll see how we can integrate that into the stream somehow as seamlessly as possible. Yeah, so that's going to be happening on the 20th.
I can't wait.
I'm really looking forward
20th
to
is
it.
also Ostara, so let's talk about how much good energy we can put out into the universe that day, because first day of spring,
Yes.
so that's the best time to
Oh.
cast that kind of stuff.
There we
Oh,
go.
cool.
The witch speaks. It's a
When
good
do
day.
we
Do
Absolutely.
positive things.
when do we get a mutated boss?
Hopefully never.
I mean,
Oh,
for
it'll
goodness
be
sake.
here
We
Probably
have
next
next
session.
week, probably.
Beechen alone has 4 major mutations banked.
Oh my
Um,
god. Peach and why?
So we may need to decide. Maybe Beechen, if you want to send, if you're in here, or if you're watching this on the VOD later, if you want to send me a DM on Discord, you can let me know if you want that to be 4 separate enemies buffed, or if you want
Oh
if you
my
want to like
freaking Christ! Please
stack them
don't do
up.
one. Please don't do
yeah,
one.
I don't think we'd survive that.
Stack a couple buffs on one, you know, turn a
know what?
like a
Foodle
level one
believes we can do
slime,
anything, so.
like a level one
Well,
slime into like
Foodle
a
has some
Balrog
foolhardy
from
Or
beliefs.
level
Lord of the Rings
3.
or something.
Level 3.
If
No, not normally, Shiraz. Normally, no, not normally.
if
But when one
you
person has 4 stacked up, Treya wants to do one.
Oh my god.
if you stack those on one enemy, you have to at least make like a weak spot on the enemy that does like twice
There's
the
gotta
damage or
be
something.
something. There has to be a group behind us or something that can help with that, because we're for sure dead if that's the case.
There is
can't wait.
a mode of thinking in like the D&D metagame that doing them all on one might be less dangerous than doing them on 4 separate enemies.
I mean, it's one encounter, but it's 4 times more
Because
dangerous than the 4 different encounters.
Yeah,
that
you say that until
keep it still wipe the party.
Shiraz, please.
Best
Yeah.
20 bucks you ever
yeah,
spent.
but Ghost, you say that until some like mega beast with like 4 times major mutations gonna roll up, hit like a 4D 100 and like kill the whole party in one move.
told you they want us dead, you guys. This is
It's for charity.
For charity and no one can complain.
Oh no.
Finals call
I
me
will
up.
I will counter hit that argument with, if we all die then the game ends. Then there's no more.
yeah. Then there's no more D&D on.
Oh,
PC.
and then
And then there's no more
Well,
mutations
don't we just
ever.
become the leak squad?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
If we become the leak squad,
We're
the
the
first
fucking leak
action
squad,
I'm going
man.
to do is be like, I'm gonna like, we're gonna get into the game 5 minutes in. I'm gonna be like, I contemplate the name and go, what the hell were we thinking, and change it.
so wait,
no,
is it leak or leak? Is it
L-E-E-K.
L-E-E? Okay.
Yeah,
like
L-E-E-K.
leaks like
Not
onions.
L-E-A-K. That's
I was like,
that's
what are they
No.
leaking?
why would
Well, why are
Everyone
they the
except
leak
Kiona
squad?
dies, and it's
How
not
does
even
that
her
make any
fault.
more sense?
Brucey,
If
we gotta kill Kiona
if
just
we-
by depression after that.
If
Everyone
we
except
can't
Gus
change, if
dies
we
is
can't
not
change the name, then
fault.
I hope you know that anytime you put our party on a boat, I'm making there's a leak in the boat joke
Listen,
every
the
time.
leak. Listen, the leak squad. Their characters are already decided, because when we got to making just the NPCs, not the shops, on that whiskey and world building stream, I had a few whiskeys in me, and I just started pounding out characters based on members of the community.
Listen, if one plays harmonica, then I'm all in.
Any
It
leaders?
sounds
No.
amazing.
Apparently, it's like the vegetable.
It's the vegetable.
Oh, that's right, the
If
robot.
the characters die, then we'll just debut Foodle's half brother Moodle.
Sloth drone. Sloth drone is the robot.
Sloth
Bloody
drone.
That's right.
noodle.
We will summon the robot back in our final
There-
act of desperation. Sloth
Yeah.
drone will come back.
Yeah, Zerp. There's no leakers, but there's plenty of levers after that.
All right. What's Beachen's decisions? Or I don't know.
That's
Beachen's
Beachen's
brother.
Yeah, specifically.
Talk to Beacon about it.
But yeah, I do have to head out. But you guys,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I had so much fun tonight. This
Right.
was
Let's
amazing.
call it.
Big
Let's call
question
it.
of the night: who dost thou we rateth?
Who dost we
Oh.
rate it? I see. Looking at
I
my
see a
followers that are
hotline.
lowest follower or lowest viewers, I see Hotline, I see Spooky Ashley, and I see Jay Chili.
I was thinking Hotline.
Okay,
He's playing
Your
with
stream, your
Spooky
choice.
actually.
your
Yeah.
stream, your choice. Go for it.
I think we'll do that. We'll go.
Okay.
Beechen has emerged
Oh,
with a big
Quick,
Oh, no.
raid before you can say anything. Quick, no, it's not
yeah,
typing.
quick, just go.
Yeah,
Go,
good
go,
night,
go.
everybody.
Hey, we love you.
I can't. I
Bye.
can't spell
Right up
Hotline's
for
name.
session. Hurry up,
Yeet.
Peter. Hurry
Go,
up.
Y'all
go, go.
really
It's
are
going.
gonna
Hurry
get us
up.
killed.
Good night.
We
All right.
love you.
Good night, you guys. Thank
Come
you
on.
so much
I
for
can't
being
go.
along.
I
Thank
can't.
you for
Night.
contributions this
Adios.
week.
See
And
you on
I love
Thursday.
you all. See you.
Thank you all.
See you
Thank
at
you all.
time. Thanks for the bits. Bye. And they're gone.
Okay.
Hey.
and turn off your stream.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I've done that too
Yeah.
many times now, where I forgot to turn off my own stream.